You are watching Political Roundtable with UB. Like, subscribe, and leave your thoughts in the comments.
A member of the House of Representatives, Honorable Abdul Samad Dasuki, PDP Sokoto, raised a matter of privilege on the floor of the House, alleging discrepancies between the tax laws passed by the National Assembly and the versions subsequently gazetted and made available to the public. Reacting to the developments, the African Democratic Congress demanded the immediate suspension of the tax laws to allow the legislature to take the necessary corrective actions. Also, Professor Yadudu last week said his review of differences between the acts passed by the National Assembly and the gazetted copies had led him to an inescapable conclusion that elements within the executive arm of government may have unilaterally altered the laws in pursuit of a tax reform agenda by executive fiat. Joining us on the show to discuss the current controversy around extraneous insertions into the new tax law and the way forward is Innocent Ohagwa, the 17th President of the Chartered Institute of Taxation of Nigeria. Good morning, and you're most welcome to the morning show, Mr. Ohagwa.
Good morning. Good morning, Dr. Abani. Good morning, Ayo, and good morning, Chief Oseni. It's a pleasure having me around.
Good morning, sir.
Thank you. Well, look, this issue, it's almost unbelievable. The contentious issues that have been identified in the House of Reps will be Section 3, Sub 1, Section 4, Section 39, Sub 3, Section 60, Section 68, and I guess 69. In the copy that Senator Honorable Dasuki, PDP Sokoto, was complaining about, saying there were discrepancies between the harmonized copy from the National Assembly and also what was eventually gazetted. Now, how could that have happened on earth? How is it possible? Because there is a process to this. The harmonized copy will go to the Attorney General's office and State House Counsel. They will look at it, they will present it to the President, he will sign. If the Presidency has any objection to the phrasing, to any of these sections, the thing to do will be to now say, okay, we're sending this back to you, we want modifications in terms of language. Then the National Assembly will react to that and send it back. That's just the process. And then at the end of the day, the finally agreed upon copy will be published. But now we have allegations that there are issues about separation of powers, issues about trust, issues about discrepancies. Are we sure we're talking about the right copy that went to the presidency, to the executive arm? Otherwise, there will also be issues about the separation of powers. Is it the wrong draft that everybody is talking about? And why do you think that the Senate is silent? Because the Senate was also involved. Dasuki from PDP Sokoto was saying there was a harmonized copy. Where is that harmonized copy? Why is the Senate nobody in the Senate is talking up to this moment? How do you think we can resolve this matter? Because there seems to be a consensus that those tax law, reforms are important, fundamental, and useful, and that is a step in the right direction. Are some people trying to play politics?
Shall I go on?
Yes.
Are you done, sir?
I am, yes.
Okay. Thank you once again for the opportunity to be here. I'm also glad to be here. I want to make some preliminary comments before I go into the substance of the matter. When the CITN, Charter Institute of Taxation of Nigeria, when we read in the papers and heard in the news, we sought to get the harmonized copy of the National Assembly, but we are yet to get that. And we have the already gazetted copy. So it is the gazetted copy that the Institute is having, pending when we're able to see the version that have been harmonized. And to avoid being misquoted or being misunderstood, the comments I'll be making here now will just be preliminary on the issues, pending when the Institute is able to see what the National Assembly actually harmonized and what is gazetted. Be it as it may, for the sessions that are in the public space, we have read it, and we know that tax is anchored on law and is very, very fundamental. That law, you tax what law provides and not otherwise. So from that perspective, there's need for the National Assembly and the Executive to sit together and harmonize the areas of discrepancy. From there, I'm aware, or we are aware, that the House of Rep have set up a committee which is looking into the matter, and the Executive too will also be looking at the matter. But the comments that will now follow will be assuming peradventure what we have read in the papers are correct or in the news. On that perspective, then the Institute is of the view that the sessions that are foreign into the one the National Assembly approved should be frozen or put in abeyance. But this will not stop the implementation of the whole act, because the importance, the volume, the extent of the deviation in comparison with the strategic nature and importance of that act is so much, so that we will advise that the implementation of the laws should commence, but the affected sections, pending the resolution between the executive and the legislature, should be put on hold, should be put in abeyance. This is not isolated. We have sections in the law, in the current law, that is put in abeyance. For example, Chapter 7 of on the surcharge, that has been put in abeyance by the Federal Ministry of Finance, pending further notice. Also, Schedule 11 on some items like petroleum, LPG, gas. There are about 5 items there which VAT has been put on hold. Yes, sir. So, which have been put on hold. That is there. So, if we put on hold these sections that are there, that are in this, that are not in harmony with what the legislature has passed, we will get it frozen until the two parties reconcile. Again, we have taken time to look at the sessions that have been quoted. With due respect to this audience, I could see that most of those sessions are anti-avoidance provisions, which is applicable in most of tax jurisdictions all over the world. You can't make tax law without putting anti-avoidance provisions. The only issue is that whatever any additions must be, legislature needs to be carried along, because no matter how good it is, if the legislature did not sanction it, it cannot fly, because tax is substantially law. If I need to give you examples of 5 of some of these sessions, one is on the threshold for remitting banks supplying information to relevant authority. The version in the paper said 50 million per individual or monthly basis and then 250 million for companies. And while the one Gazette said 25 million per month reported on quarterly basis, and then 100 million per company. What is the implication of these sections? If we go with the one in the papers, you have shut out the state internal revenue services, because how many of the individuals resident in their state that will have 50 million transactions in a month? And again, rendering it on monthly basis too could be cumbersome to the bankers. So the 25 million on quarterly basis appear like it, you know, and then a company that had to report 250 million must be the big, the top large taxpayers. So that is a comment on that. But they executive needed to carry the National Assembly along to explain the basis for it. If we go with 50 million per month, the state internal revenue services will be in trouble. Then the second example is the issue of 20% on appeal. We do respect to take a case from High Court to Supreme Court takes almost 12 years or 13 years. If you add tax appeal tribunal and you said they should not pay anything, what we are saying is that you can spend 15 years dragging on a tax matter. The focus can be, to delay, because I disagree with you until Supreme Court rules. But if you say pay 10%, 20%, this 20% is not going to the revenue authority. It's held in the court, pending.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome to Political Roundtable. My name is Ben Uru, and this is Political Roundtable with UB. Of course, I'm going to have with me shortly Uncle Dio, and we're going to dissect what's going on in Nigeria and the United States together. But first off, what are we here to talk about? As you can see on the thumbnail, we're going to talk about Tinubu tax controversy, as well as Trump banned sponsor visas. Let me say that again. We're going to talk about Tinubu tax controversy, as well as Trump sponsor visa ban. And that is why you see the turbulent tax and visa wars. So what is this all about? I need you to kind of pay attention to the two topics we have today, because this might help a lot of people to unravel what is really going on. So what happens when your government raises taxes at home and another government blocks your family abroad? If you're ready, I'm so ready. I know many people might be wondering what is really going on with all this tax return. What is happening in Nigeria? Oh, Trump have said they are banning visa again. What is really happening? Well, if you're ready, I'm so ready. Let's dive into it.
You are watching Political Roundtable with UB. Like, subscribe, and leave your thoughts in the comments.
Welcome back. My name is Uncle Beno. Like you rightly know, people call me Uncle Beno, and this is Political Roundtable. So what happens when your government raises taxes at home and another government blocks your family abroad? What happens when Nigerians are squeezed from both sides by policy decisions made in Abuja and Washington? Tonight, this afternoon, this morning, wherever you're watching, we're not talking about rumors. We're talking about policy, real laws, real consequences, real Nigerian families. You might think this is a joke, but I promise you this is way bigger than what you think. Tinubu tax reforms in Nigeria and Trump sponsor visa restriction on Nigerians. Two policies, two countries, one people paying the price. It is what it is, my people. If you live in Nigeria, you are feeling it in your pocket. Higher taxes, new levies, tougher enforcement. If you live in diaspora, you are feeling it in your home. Delayed visas, denied spousal applications, families separated. And if you live between both worlds, as many Nigerians do, people like myself, you are asking one question. When do policies start working for the people? Let's start in Nigeria. Bola Tinubu came into office with one major promise: fix Nigeria's broken economy. At least we can all agree on that. That's the main reason why Baba say, it's my turn, Emilokon, right? His administration moved quickly, and we've noticed what he has done so far. For instance, the removal of fuel subsidy, the push for tax expansion, plans to widen the tax net, increase VAT enforcement, stronger revenue collection through agencies like FIRS. We are all aware of this, right? Okay. The government says Nigeria must tax more people to survive. Critics respond, you can't tax poverty. That is funny, right? So let me ask you guys real quick, before we even dive further into this conversation, can you tax poverty? Anytime I think about this, it's funny. So, but the reality is, can you really tax poverty? So, critics said, yo, okay, you want Nigeria to pay more taxes to survive, but right now, the vast majority of Nigerians are living in poverty, and we do not think taxing poverty is the right way to go. And that is the tension Nigerians are living. They are living with it daily. All right, so supporters argue Tinubu tax reforms are necessary. You know, they say stuff like Nigerian tax to GDP ratio is one of the lowest in the world. They also put up another argument, guys. They say government revenue cannot fund infrastructure without reform. Excellent, right? Okay. They also say stuff like borrowing has reached dangerous levels. If you are someone like me who has this crazy critical mindset, one of the questions you want to ask when they talk about borrowing is, so what has the government done with the billions and trillions of naira borrowed over the years, right? Okay. Now, the opponent asks hard questions, and the questions are like, why increase taxes when wages are stagnant? I asked the same question, and I think every well-meaning Nigerian should ask the same question too, right? They ask other questions like, why expand taxation without first expanding productivity? This is where people like me and you, we come in, right? Because I know the data boys, they are always kind of crazy. Don't worry, as we're running this show right now, some data boys may likely show up. Trust me. And they will start criticizing whatever we discuss here. But again, people like you and I will always ask, why expand taxation without first expanding productivity? Why should small businesses suffer while corruption remains? And talking about corruption, corruption has been the main enemy, the biggest enemy of growth and development in Nigeria. All Nigerians knows this. Both pro-APC, anti-APC, everybody knows that corruption is the reason the country is not growing. So it's okay for critics to ask, why should small businesses suffer while corruption remains? This is not just economics. This is about trust. This is about trust, my people. All right, that right there is one part of the show we have for you today, talking about the Tinubu tax reform. Of course, the main focus today is the concern raised by one of the House of Representative members. In fact, if I have my way, I will give that guy an award. Because trust me, in this APC government, it's so difficult to criticize anything the government did. And of course, you know why that is difficult to do. But yet, this House of Rep member who happened to be in the opposition stood up and said, hey, I noticed something in this tax return. What we read and approved in this chamber that was sent to the Senate and also adjusted and approved before it was sent to the executive is not what was gazetted. That something, somehow, they've included some items that are worrisome. We're going to look into that on today's show. I want to know if you guys are with me so far. If you understand where we are so far, please drop a 1 in the chat, okay? I see we have 105 people watching already across 3 platforms, so please don't be a stranger. Let me know you understand where we're going. So drop a 1 in the chat. Come on, let's go. Or you want us to do gossip? We can do gossip, but I do believe we have a lot of people that are watching this channel and they are here because of Political Roundtable. So if you understand how I explained this Tinubu tax reform so far, drop a 1 in the chat. Thank you, Uncle Dio. Oh, thank you, my boober. I see you guys. Thank you very, very much. Okay, now let's talk about the other side of this conversation, which is about spousal visa. I'll be right back.
You are watching Political Roundtable with UB. Like, subscribe, and leave your thoughts in the comments.
All right, you're welcome back. So you might be wondering what's going on with this visa thing. Last week they say the American restricted visa on certain categories of visa, B1, B2, JM, and all that. This week, we're talking about the ban on spousal visas. So if you are wondering what is really going on, let me introduce you to this other aspect of today's show. All right, so now let's cross to the Atlantic, which is, of course, the United States. Under Donald Trump, U.S. immigration policy changed sharply, okay? And yeah, of course, you know, since Donald Trump was running for his second time in office, immigration has been one of his main focus. He has always said, when I get into office, we're gonna drive them away. We get rid of all these immigrants. And at the time, President Trump said he was going to get rid of undocumented immigrants. And everyone, mostly the Republicans, they supported that move. And of course, President Trump is right to do that. The people are not supposed to be in United States without the proper documentation, all right? So, but in practice, Nigerian spousal and friends visa application face extreme scrutiny because, yes, a lot of illegal immigrants has been deported. Many of them are in ICE detention and all of that. But right now, you know, officially there was no written ban on spousal visas for Nigerians. But now in practice, Nigerian spousal and friends visa application, we are now facing a kind of, can I say, unexpected challenges. The approval rates have dropped, administrative processing increased, and many couples waited years or they were quietly denied. And people really don't know what was going on all this while. I know a couple of people here in the state who went to Nigeria to get married, both male and female, and they were trying to bring their spouses over. Now, for those who have fantastic jobs, you know, especially the classified jobs, the jobs that comes with can I said positive impact in the American society, like nurses, doctors, maybe some top scientists, and many more. They actually find it easier to bring their spouses over to the United States. But for those who are in other jobs that really they ain't making much money, or maybe themselves they are still on green card, they'll be struggling for a while. Okay, so for many Nigerians, marriage has now become a red flag, not a right flag. And I'm saying all of this, taking my time, because for those of you, right now we have Dirty December going on in Nigeria. A lot of IJGBs are all over Nigeria now, mainly from United States and the rest of the world, and they are looking, some of them are even having their traditional wedding and their court wedding, or whatever you call it, ongoing, without paying attention to what the US government is saying. If you are in one of those marriages right now, start praying, because you may never ever get to rejoin your spouse here in the United States. It's not your fault. Mostly, the status of your husband or wife, the one that came over to get married to you, will determine if the American government will allow you to come over or not. All right, let's keep it going. So, Nigerian couples have things like insufficient proof of relationship, high fraud risk country, further review required. These are usually the excuses for denied their visas. But don't come for me. I got to say this though. America is not saying you can't come over on a spousal visa. What Donald Trump administration is simply saying is, we are going to scrutinize the hell out of you. This is not going to be business as usual. You're not just going to get up, get married to somebody, and then they put in the application, and then you went for interview, and boom, your visa get approved, and here you are in the United States. The Trump administration is simply saying, we ain't doing that no more. Let me speak in my American accent now. We ain't gonna do that. We ain't do that, yo. Now, if you ask me, that again is the right move. Don't come for me, okay? Don't come for me. It's just the way I move. I don't believe people should cut corners, okay? But my job is to explain to you what's really going on. America is not saying you cannot come over to America on a spousal visa. What the government is simply saying is, we are going to vet you. For instance, it is required that you should submit 5 years history of your social media activities. Hello, is anybody aware of that? Please, if you are aware of that, drop a 1 in the chat. That is one of the requirements. The American government is saying, we need history. We want all your social media handles, and we want to check your social media activities for the past 5 years. Now, this is not wish hunting. The government is simply trying to know, where do you stand? Are you one of those people who criticize America? Are you one of those people who identify with Islamic jihadists, terrorists, and things like that? Are we going to blame Americans for doing that? If you ask me, no. It's a matter of national security. American government values the lives of their citizens. Okay? And the government knew that they have enemies all over the world. So if you are in Nigeria and you are paying attention to what's going on in Nigeria, of course, you're going to be aware that we have Boko Haram and Islamic extremists in Nigeria also. So whatever you do on social media for the past 5 years is going to call into question. And for me, that is the right move. So I'm just saying this for you to know that when you read about this stuff on the news, Don't take it the other way. I've seen people, I think I saw somebody, is it the former Senator Sani or something? He wrote something this morning. I'm going to share it with you guys when we get to this segment. And he was saying shit like, oh, they ban J, now they ban visa, now they don't want you. America, they just hate you. They don't want you. Those are bullshit. Yeah. Every action has consequences. When the Boko Haram jihadists or whatever you call them, the moment they start going on rampage, doing destructions and all of that, and people are hopping on social media, running their mouths, y'all don't think there's gonna be some repercussion for that, right? So please let us understand where we're going. I am saying all of this for you to know that if you have not shared or posted anything that is anti-America in the past 5 years, you are good to go. If you are not a religious fanatic that criticize everything on social media, you are good to go. That's just one of the points. But let me continue. So, meanwhile, weddings are postponed, children grew up with one parent abroad, marriages strained under distances, because those are the likely outcome when you got married to somebody and now you can come to the United States and your husband or your wife is traveling to Nigeria to come and have some consummation thing going on. You get pregnant, you have kids, but since both of you are living apart, definitely one of the parents will be the one to end up raising the children. Those are the implications of this policy. So there's policy on paper and pain in real life. All right. So Tinubu says we must tax to rebuild Nigeria, and Trump said we must restrict visas to protect America. Both arguments sounds logical, but here is the problem. Policies without empathy create casualties. Nigerians end up paying more at home, waiting longer abroad, carrying the burden of systems they don't control. Thank you for listening to my monologue, ladies and gentlemen. Now, let's get down to this conversation. If you're ready, I'm so ready. Thank you for watching.
You are watching Political Roundtable with UB. Like, subscribe, and leave your thoughts in the comments.
All right, for people who would like to call in to drop their 2 cents on these two topics, I've shared the link right there. If you're watching on the vertical format, in case if you don't know which of the format you are on, just look at your screen. If you see more people, right now we have 207 people watching the vertical. So if you know where you are watching right now, you can see about 207 or 183 people watching live. You are watching the vertical format. So for you to join the show, to contribute, you have to come to the other show. Tosin, if you see classic Yoruba songs, if you see that sharing a link, that is the link to join the main show. Kindly click on the link to join the main show. Please click the link to join the main show. That way you can click the link to come into the studio. However, if you can't join using the link, you can call the studio number. The number to call is +1 512 595 6569. Again, the number to call is +512 595 6569. And you are free to drop your 2 cents. Now, before I have Uncle Dio helping me analyze what we got going, because of course my co-host is here, Uncle Dio. Let me introduce you guys to our first poll today. First, we're gonna be taking both. Okay, let's do it this way. We're gonna combine both the tax reform in Nigeria and the sponsor visa ban topic together. So when you called in, you can address both or you can address just one of them. It all depends on how you want to have it. So the poll we have right now is a simple question. It says, is the Tinubu administration playing games with the tax reform? If you think Tinubu is playing game, drop 1, which means yes. If you think no, this administration is not playing game, now Nigerians no just understand, drop a 2. And if you are undecided, if you are still confused regarding what's going on with the tax reform, drop a 3. Let's start with that. All right, Uncle Dayo, how are you doing today, sir?
Yeah, good evening, Uncle Beno. Good evening, Real Farm. Thank God, I'm doing fine. I'm doing great. How are you doing too, sir? Hope you are good.
I'm fine. I'm just worried and thinking about Tinubu and Trump. I don't know where they are taking us. Seriously, it's so hard to be a Nigerian right now. You don't just know what to wake up to the next day. We are
Very
getting
good.
hit both at home and abroad. It's just crazy. All right. Okay. The Real Farm, I see everybody here. You're all welcome. I see my Bilber. How are you doing, my lovely sister? I see Loches Campbell. What's up? You're watching on Facebook. That's a good one. Thank you, bro. And who else is in the building? Let me see. I'm still scrolling. My lovely sister Yvette. You're welcome. How are you doing? Sister Yvette say, I have to hear more on the matter before I vote. Okay. Sister Yvette, I've explained it already. In Nigeria, Tinubu has a tax reform that is going to implement by January 1st. And the House have approved the tax reform only for them to discover that at the point where they gazette it, because for those who don't know, gazetting means when the executive actually signed, when the president signed the reform into law, they added some items that are worrisome. And that shouldn't be. What the House approved should have been what is gazetted, but trust this administration. Even though they have now sent their propaganda machine to clean it up, but I think the damage is about to be done if the new tax reform is not reviewed and necessary amendment made. Now, on the other hand, President Trump administration has now included Nigeria in the sponsor visa ban, meaning if you are married to a Nigerian right now, you're married to a Nigerian and you live in Nigeria, you may likely not have the opportunity to join your husband. So these are just like the indications, and that's what we're looking at, right? Okay, let's see. I see people vote 1. Biba vote 1. Thank you. Abby, what's up, mommy? How you doing? My own Wahala Abi. Yes, my brother Kene, what's up, sir? How you doing? Kene say tax is France, visa is USA. Yeah, that's as simple as it gets. And Martin Nelson, how you doing? Martin say, what is sad is that I attend an African church and most of the members are professionals, students in high-ranking universities. It's not just Nigeria, it's Black foreign countries. Absolutely. Okay, what do we are? So Sister Yvette said, the sad and obvious thing is Caucasians who are here illegally from other countries, they are not touched. I know of what I speak of. I know, my sister, may God help us. Rife sorry, I can't pronounce that name, but good evening to you. I see you're watching. Is it on Facebook? Okay, you're watching on YouTube. Thank you very much. And Sister Yvette said, of course, we want people to do the right thing in their immigration journeys. Absolutely. Okay, Uncle Dayo, which one would you address first, sir?
I would like to address the tax reform first.
Okay.
Basically because if not for that House of Rep member that saw the printout and raised the alarm, many Nigerians will not even be aware until after the law is being practiced, and then they will now be telling you it has been passed like this, it has been passed like that. Meanwhile, what the House of Reps and the Senate passed was not actually what was gazetted. So I'm so happy that they were not able to get away with this. Allegedly, it may be a system that they have been using in the past. I remember when they did the petroleum bill also, there were a lot of back and forth on it also. They were like, oh, the PIB bill, they were like passing it back and forth because of one reason or the other. Who knows? Maybe after the Senate and the Rep have done whatever they did with it and they have recommended and add and remove what they want to remove, and maybe they went ahead to add one or two things allegedly before they gazetted. I mean, before it was gazetted. So that one has passed. But this time around now, somebody was meticulous enough to try to compare what they have passed against what the executive, after signing, have released. So we got to know about all these additions. And it's like if you go through the changes or these additions that they put, it's like they have made a monster out of the new electoral reform bill. I mean, out of the new tax reform bill. So to me, it's like it is not acceptable on all sides. If there is sincere, they should have left those clauses in there and pass it through the House of Reps and the Senate. But for them to use a fast one on the nation like that, it means they have a hidden agenda. And I'm very, very suspicious if I did the tax reform bill because it's like they are just trying to like use a draconian method to target Nigerians that are already down on our knees and we are begging to survive. We are just hardly breathing as a Nigeria. I mean, as a country, and the government is also putting a kind of attacks that will suffocate us and even snuff out. I mean, snuff out the life itself from our body. So I don't know why they want to do that, but basically, I'm happy that this thing was exposed before it's too late.
All right. For those who missed it, this is the video where the House of Rep member raised the alert that, hey, it's like this administration want to play a fast one on Nigerians. So if we haven't heard the video, here it is. Let me play it for you.
Or breach of privilege has been committed, or referring the matter to the Committee of Ethics and Privileges. Still, if the matter is raised in the Committee of the Whole, the chairman shall leave the chair on the order to report progress. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, I'm here today because my privilege has been breached as a member of this all-important House, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, we passed the tax laws on this floor, and Mr. Speaker, I took my time in the last 3 days to look at the gazetted pass copy, the vote and proceedings of the House of Representatives, and also went an extra mile to look at the vote and proceedings of the Senate of what was harmonized. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, what I passed on this floor is not what is gazetted. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, I have all the copies, but I'm coming under privilege because I was here, I gave my vote, and it was counted, and I'm seeing something completely different. So on that note, on this privilege, I will call on Mr. Speaker to graciously look at what was harmonized, what is in the gazetted copy, what was passed in the House and the Senate. You will find out what is before Nigerians, which is being sold to Nigerians at the Ministry of Information, which I personally went to buy the gazetted copies, are not what was passed. So there is no motion here, but Mr. Speaker, I'll be pleading that all the documents should be brought before the Committee of the Whole. The whole members should see what is in the gazetted, should see what they passed on the floor, so that we can make the relevant amendment. Mr. Speaker, this is a breach of the Constitution, this is a breach of our laws, and this should not be taken by this honorable House. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I so move.
Now, that right there is what led to where we are right now in Nigeria. For me, like I said, in my monologue, if I have my way, I will give this rep member an award. And I can only pray that his constituents vote him back into the House. I have my reason for saying that. You see, this current assembly that we have, these folks who are currently occupying the National Assembly, both the Rep and the Senate, they are a disgrace. Yes, it's within my right to say that. I'm a Nigerian. They are a disgrace. They are supposed to be the watchdogs monitoring the activities of the executives. They are representatives for Nigerians who really don't know how this works. These reps are the people who represent you. You and I, we cannot do much when it comes to how Nigeria is being governed. When it comes to the decisions made by the executives, we can't do shit. That is why in a democratic setting, you have members of House of Rep and the Senate to speak on your behalf. But you see these current House of Rep members, all of them, except I exclude this man that has spoken now because I'm impressed with this. I don't even know his political party. I think maybe he's in opposition because he's sitting on the other side of the house. I respect him. Under this administration, people don't have a voice. Let's call it what it is. Yes, I know the president is a Yoruba. You shouldn't have talked like that. Let's call a spade a spade. This administration has a way of getting everybody to be singing, your mandate be just sad. And while they are singing on your mandate we should send, they allow the executive to get away with so many things. Your rep, my rep, are supposed to be the one that bring checks and balances to the executives. That is why we have three arms of the government. You have the legislature, the executive, the judiciary. That's where we were taught in government, all the way back to secondary school days. Even in elementary schools, they teach all that. The three arms of government. Meaning, no arms of the government is supposed to unilaterally make a decision. Every decision is supposed to be a collective decision. That's why when bills are submitted or law are passed, it has to be read in the House of Rep. And then as soon as the House of Rep is done with it, when they're satisfied, they push it to the Senate. The Senate will now have their own session to review it, make corrections and adjustments. And then they will pass it, and then it will be pushed to the executive to now sign. Now we are talking about tax laws. Hey, Sister Chisom, wow, it's been so long, my sister. How are you? I see you on the vertical. So now, a policy like the tax reform is not something somebody will collect money and keep short. A policy like the tax reform is not something you should be singing on your mandate. That thing, they piss me off. Seriously. So I'm saying all of that for you to know that the current National Assembly, those who constitute it, they are just boys. I know say go pay their data boys. As soon as the data boys hear this one out, they will show up, start yanning rubbish. The reps, the senators, they are all boy to the president. Whatever the president say is just, they just stamp it. That's why they call it a rubber stamp National Assembly. A National Assembly that can replace our national anthem with a song that glorify the president. The president that you are supposed to be checking whatever he's doing. The president you are supposed to check his power. The president is now the one you are singing on your mandate, we shall stand to. Like, how dumb can these folks be? Let's call a spade a spade. So, this tax reform, for those who don't know, especially Nigerians, because a lot of Nigerians need education when it comes to politics. For those of you that sit on the fence that say, the president is working now. Why are people always complaining? Can't you see he's moving us forward? But what some Nigerians don't know is this. As soon as this tax law become a thing in Nigeria, your 4, 5, 6 generation will be held to ransom, in case you don't know. And in Nigeria, thank God I'm not even old, but you can ask our seniors, our aunties and uncles on this platform, if they really want to speak. In Nigeria, every new government is worse than the previous one. So many things that this current administration is doing right now, and you, Mumu data boys, irrespective of your age and education, because of what you want chop, you will come and be praising why you people don't read? You don't see the president is moving. Let me tell you one freaking thing you don't realize. The highest the president can do is to win 2027 election. After that, he will spend 4 years. He go commode. Whoever is going to be the next president of Nigeria will not be a Yoruba man. Maybe they tell you now whether you like it or not. After 20, okay, if he enter now, second time, he will do another 4 years, Abi. 2031, he will no longer be Nigeria president, right? Let me tell you, whoever is going to be the next president after 2031 is not going to be a Yoruba man. We don't need magic. No, this one, you don't need Pastor Chris Okafor to prophesize. No. Whoever is going to be the next president after Tinubu is either going to be an Hausa man or a Fulani man. Because let's forget Southeast. That will not work. I'm sorry. If you are from the South, you are from the Southeast, I know this is going to be tough. There is no way you guys are smelling that presidency. Again, you know why? Because the mad people that you currently have in the House, from House of Rep to Senate to the executive, the people who are representing you South and Southeast, they are already singing on your mandate, we shall stand. And if you know what that means they've already sold your right. So the next president, this is my own prophecy. God will keep us alive. We go there here. The next president after Tinubu, even though Tinubu do second time, whatever, is going to be either an Hausa man or a Fulani man. And one thing I know about Nigerian politics, whatever you do as either an Igbo, a Niger Delta man, or a Yoruba man, whatever you do during your time in office, the Hausa or Fulani man that we get there, he will do ×3. It's in the record. I'm not making this shit up. Go check. When Obasanjo was there, yes, Obasanjo tried, but Baba also used power and influence. Baba also flouted a lot of protocols. And one thing they all do really good, one thing they are good at is, as soon as they become president, they will first of all hijack the judiciary and the law enforcement apparatus. They will hold both two in their hand. Now they control the law, they control the law enforcement agencies. Once they hijack those two, they don't hold Nigeria for their blockers with that. So when Obasanjo was there, Baba did the same thing. He was like Alpha and Omega. Only Yaradua and President Goodluck Jonathan are the two people who we can say so far so good, they really allowed democracy to thrive in Nigeria. But as soon as Buhari got there, Baba no they even hear nothing. Nothing you go talk when they enter Buhari ear. Buhari no say nobody. Even at the point, the old man was dealing with his health issue for most part of his administration. His chief of staff, according to the rumor, was the one calling the shot. And what did they do? They shot every other tribe out of government. They take control. Where am I going with this narrative? Because we have to educate ourselves. Whatever the present administration is doing, and you are singing the praises, knowing fully well that this is wrong, but you are trying to rationalize it. You're trying to say, oh, you know, the president moved this way, the president do that, knowing fully well that this Baba is not following no protocol. The only protocol this Baba is following is his own agenda. And that is the tune all his followers are dancing to. It's okay. In fact, even myself, I'll begin praising now. You know, that's Nigerian politics, right? But one thing I know be say, by the time the next Hausa or Fulani man get into that office, una go cry. Ooh, Nigerians, we cry. This tax thing they want to introduce, hey, una go see we dey talk now. They be like, say, why? Shebi you are paying tax in the country where you live. Why are you saying this? This is a rush tax system. Yes, we need to pay tax. Everybody got to pay tax. But this particular tax reform is coming at a time it shouldn't be introduced at all. We still have a long way to go before we can really implement this harmonized tax system and believe that it's going to work. This government has not shown responsibility. The government has not even established a trustworthy relationship between the administration and the people. This tax system is coming at a time where there is no hope for productivity. Unemployment is on the rise. Infrastructures are becoming worse. Your roads are not motorable. Healthcare system is not there. It is what it is with my people. So, let me come back to you, Uncle Dayo, as well as those who are watching right now. The issue raised by this type of red member. So, the issue raised by this House of Rep member, it calls for concern. And I'm going to show you something right now because I still know that a lot of people still don't know the implication of what was really going on and why it is a big deal that it has now become what everybody is talking about. I don't know if you can see my screen, but let me explain to you what you are looking at. So, thank you, Uncle Dayo. Uncle Dayo actually sent this to me. What you're seeing on the screen right now is the summary of what is wrong with the new tax reform, according to the alert raised by that House of Rep member. So you can see it says changes between passed law and gazetted version. So we have the areas of the law. If you look at each of the column right now, and the rows, you see the area of the law, you will see what was gazetted or changed, and you will see what the lawmakers passed, as well as the practical implications. So let me take them one after the other. First off, in the tax reform, one of the areas affected is enforcement powers. Of course, you know, when government say people should pay their taxes, there's going to be some enforcement, because if there is no enforcement, people no go pay. Nobody like to pay taxes, okay? Especially in a place like Nigeria. The thing we like to pay in Nigeria is tithes and offerings. Which there is no problem in paying tithes and offering, but that's more or less like the only due that Nigerians willingly pay with no stress. Any other thing we don't want to pay. But let's get on to this. So the first area is law enforcement, okay? So we're looking at the enforcement powers. So what was gazetted is tax authority can arrest via law enforcement, okay? That's what is gazetted. Now, what lawmakers passed? Lawmakers passed tax authority can investigate. Let me take that again. Enforcement powers. The lawmakers passed that when it comes to enforcement powers, tax authority can investigate. So let us assume that the government says you made 50 million naira this year, and your document, when you were filing your taxes, you said you made 30 million. So the House said, okay, in that case, the tax authority, which is the FIRS, can actually investigate in order to ascertain that really what you made is 30 million, not 50 million. But at the point when the Tinubu administration was going to sign, allegedly, this is what's in the news, they now said instead of tax authority to investigate, the tax authority can arrest through law enforcement. So two things. There's supposed to be an investigation first in order to decide if you are to pay penalty or not. But what they now pass is, no, let us forget investigation. If we see, say, now 50 million, now in your account or now you make, and you say now 30 million, oh, you should be arrested. So their own law enforcement officers, they will arrest you instead of investigating, to actually compare and contrast. Now, what is obtainable in developed world? Okay, here in the United States, for instance, yes, there can be discrepancies in your tax documents. We do that. If you do business here in the US, you already know, because you know why? All transactions are recorded if you are running a business, even as an individual. Like, the government can literally look at your expenditures from your bank records and see where you made payment and everything. I bought this, I buy that, I do this. They can look at your bank account, your bank statement, and see how many check, how many payment you receive throughout the whole year. So if you file your taxes, maybe you make $65,000 a year, and when you file your taxes, you lied. You say, no, I only made 40,000 this year. The tax revenue agency will investigate. They will take their time to go and pull those records. In fact, before they come to you, this is that you are owing, they already check. They've seen the discrepancies. So by the time they mail you a letter, the letter will be asking you to come and defend what you submitted in your tax filings. Now, when they compare what you submitted and the record they have, if it is not balanced, going by what shows up on your banking record, then they can say you are owing the government so amount of money. You have to pay. Please, if you live in America, I don't know how they do this in the UK or Canada. I'm only speaking for where I live. If you live in America, if this is how it works, please let them know in the chat. I live in Texas, and this is how it has always been. If there are any discrepancies in your tax filings, they're going to send you a letter. You look at the letter, they tell you how much they think you own, and they give you the opportunity to come and defend it. That's when you arrange your document, all your receipt, all your record, expenditures, revenues, everything. You bring them together, you send it to the tax authority. And as soon as they verify your record, if you are not owing them, they don't stress you. If finally they decide that you are still owing, they will tell you the amount you are to pay. Oh, thank you. Because I like when people at least can testify. Official Chief Power, God bless you. He said, I'm in Houston, Texas. That is how it works. God bless you. So at least if you're watching, you should know that I'm not making these things up. That's how it works. But in the Tinubu tax reform, what they are simply telling you now is that instead of the tax authority, the FIRS, to investigate, they now change it to that they should go ahead and arrest you. When you get arrested, you are missing out on productive time. You will bail yourself. Now you need lawyer. It's a complete mess. That's number one. So for those of you who might think, oh, why all these people worry? After all, Tinubu is trying to fix. Yes, I've given Tinubu a lot of credit, but at least when you want to do stuff, do it the right way. If we are copying from Western world, let us copy everything. Not copy the system, then you begin to adjust the system and you bastardize it. That's not how it works. So, what are the implications of this first area? So, the practical implication is expanded coercive powers beyond investigation. So, here comes 2016. You should know what you are about to experience. So if you don't lend your voice, and make sure you people support the House of Rep or whoever need to be involved in order to make sure they remove this arresting power from the from the FIRS. Now let's move on to the second area, garnish process. Now, what was gazetted is court involvement implied, but what the lawmakers passed under garnish process is court involvement implied. But what was signed, according to the Tinubu administration, is funds can be frozen or taken without court order. So the practical implication is removal of judicial protection. Now, should I explain this or is self-explanatory? If you want me to explain, please drop a one in the chat. If you don't understand, you want me to explain. But if you understand it, we can just keep it moving. Now, Uncle Dio, quickly, let me have your take on these two areas first. Enforcement powers and garnish process. Hello, Uncle Dio, are you here, sir?
I'm here, sir. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. So I'm analyzing the document you sent to me, sir. I don't know why I'm getting it from you again.
Maybe it's my network. I may have to change it. But are you hearing me well now?
I'm hearing you. But I'm getting the echo. But anyway, explain those two, how it is applicable, and let's see, maybe hold on. Let's see, maybe my interpretation matches what you think is going on in Nigeria presently. I mean the enforcement powers and the garnish process. Go ahead, sir. Hello, Uncle Dio.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, sir. Go ahead.
I was saying that for the enforcement power, exactly the way you explain it is what's really happening. For one, that enforcement power that they said they are going to bypass the court, according to what was gazetted, but in the one that the House of Senate and Representatives passed, the one that National Assembly passed, they were going to they were going to involve the court in the process. In that enforcement also, they have kind of a statutory power to go and arrest anybody that they suspect is defaulting in the tax without consulting the court. So this is very, very draconian in nature because it can lead to so many things.
Exactly.
Nigeria knowing who we are in Nigeria and the way we normally operate, things may get very, very wrong because if an officer of tax, if a tax officer has that power to go ahead and arrest you without passing through the normal judicial process or passing through the normal channel, just because they think that you are defaulting in your tax and the next thing they can arrest you without passing through the normal channel, then it now becomes very, very dangerous because it can be used as target hunting. Just by mere suspicion, or just if you have a beef with somebody that's a tax officer, he or she can come out, he or she can come after you based on that suspicion and say you are defaulting in your tax and you cannot defend yourself because there is no court to even give you that chance. They will just come and arrest you first. Then after arresting you, they will now start their investigation, which to me is like putting the cart before the horse. It's not done anyway. And this now arrogate more power to the tax officers that are carrying out the tax duties. And that is contrary. The House of Representatives and the House of and the Senate saw that and they removed it from there. Did not pass that. They say that they must go through the normal process. If there's anything that they want to do, they must investigate first. If there's any suspicion that, this man did not pay the complete tax or did not file the complete tax, they must investigate first. After investigation, then they go through the normal channel to make an arrest if possible, and then they take it from there. But in their own gazetted one, they bypass that. On the other garnishing area, exactly the way you said it, to me, what they're trying to do is like they are trying to create another monster out of this our new tax law. And if they succeed in creating that monster, it's going to it will outlive them. It will outlive this present government. And the people that are already on their knees, barely surviving, they're going to pay severely for it. That's why every Nigerian, as you have rightly advised, they should speak up concerning these issues and let the government revert back to the original document passed by the Senate. Exactly. So that we all can have peace. Without that, if they should go ahead with this, their own gazetted sign form by this executive, Nigeria is going to into another mental slavery, which will critically hinder our progress as a nation, and we should give undeserved, arrogated power to a particular set of people to be punishing Nigerians unnecessarily.
Yeah,
that's my take, sir.
Thank you, Uncle Dai. So, Oshe, my lovely sister, Oshe says such a process is open for abuse. It's already been abused already. They never even start implementation. They don't abuse them already, my sister. So, for the benefit of those who might still kind of confused about what we are talking about, you see, that garnishing is the worst thing that can ever happen to you. This is where we advise people that whatever you got going on with the government, don't ever get yourself into a stage whereby the government can garnish your money. It means whatever you receive before the money gets to you, the government will go in and take their own first. It's like a man paying child support and he refused to pay child support and he's working and his payment is coming through the bank. As soon as the child support court decided that, this guy now will, let's garnish his income. If you are being paid maybe $7,000 a month, if your child support is $1,500, they will first of all collect all the taxes, everything they're supposed to collect for that money. Then they will snatch the $1,500 from your paycheck. And if you are owing back payment, I mean that they call themselves, you are in trouble. But as this one now, if we want to look at it the way it is applicable to tax, what is going on is that the lawmakers said, in order for government to garnish any Nigerians' payment because of failure to pay their taxes, the court must be involved, meaning you will actually have the opportunity to go and stand before the judge to defend yourself. But the Tinubu administration, allegedly, if this is truly what was gazetted, they are saying, nope, no, we don't need court. The court process may take forever. Just go there, go to his account, remove the money. It's dangerous, so because this actually remove the judicial protection you have as a citizen of Nigeria. Now, another area of interest is reporting thresholds for individuals. So the reporting threshold for individual, what the House and the Senate approve is 50 million for individual. That is the reporting threshold. But the Tinubu administration, when the Gazette do this thing, if this is actually true, that they signed it, they reduced that threshold to 25 million. And then the implication is that more individuals are now being captured. Okay? For companies, what was approved by the House is 250 million naira. The Tinubu administration reduced it to 100 million in order to capture more people. Why? What I'm seeing here is, even though we know this National Assembly is more or less a rubber stamp National Assembly, and when we say rubber stamp National Assembly, it means they don't have a mind of their own. They are yes sir, National Assembly. Anything Baba say, Baba Sokwe, whatever Baba say goes. That's what it means when we call them rubber stamp, because they are all like the president's boy, which is not supposed to be. And the video evidence there, I will play the video shortly for you to see. When Tinubu came to present the budget, they were singing on your mandate, and everybody stood up. Like, like when you sworn allegiance to an emperor. That's what happened. In National Assembly, where the only song that was supposed to be heard was supposed to be the national anthem. Brother, your mandate, we shall start. They all stood up, meaning the president is above all of them. The people who are supposed to checkmate the president, they are doing yes sir for the president. We are in trouble in Nigeria. How does that apply to what we are analyzing right now? This threshold here simply tells me that the National Assembly, they still have conscience. They are still thinking about the well-being of Nigerians. That is why they peg the threshold, the reporting threshold, they peg it at 50 million for individual and 250 million for companies. But as soon as you get to the executives is where the president operates. Oh no, they deceive ourselves. If this report of this alteration is actually true, what we gather now is that the presidency reduced the threshold for individual to 25 million and the threshold for companies to 100 million, meaning the presidency and the executive, they no send your papa. Do you understand? The representative are actually representing your interests now as Nigerians. But the executive is like, no, what is there? Let us bring in more people. And Baba said it. Let's expand the tax net, bring in more people. How do you bring in more people? By lowering the tax threshold. Let me still break it down further for those who might still be really, really confused about this whole thing. I'm going to use, let me use a family example, okay? It's like, let's say dad and mom come together. They have 4 kids, right? And all the 4 kids are grown. And the mother says, babe, any of our children that their annual income is below $100,000, let us support them, or okay, let us allow them to live with us so they can save more money. But anyone that their annual income is above 100,000, they can move out of the house. That is what the mom is saying. The mom here represents the House of Rep. But the father now look at it as, no, I've been working all my life, raising them, bossing my ass. They cannot continue to eat my food and live free in this house. So, no, let's bring it down to 60,000. Anybody that his annual income is 60,000 can still live with us in this house. He will not pay bill or anything. But anyone that make more than 60,000, he should be out of this house. Let them go and hustle. But here is the trick. If you send your children to the university, especially here in America, if they study better course, no be all course be course for America. If you send them to the university and they study any course that has to do with STEM, you know STEM, science, technology, engineering, and maths, there is no way your pay is going to be above 100K. So Mama is still trying to say, oh, let's put the threshold at 100K, but Baba say lie na 60K. Now, which person pity the children pass? Who would you say love the children the most? So if you understand what I'm explaining here now, going by this threshold, who do you think really have Nigerian masses at heart? Is it the House of Assembly or the executive? Let's take that real quick. Drop it in the chat if you understand what I'm saying. Is it the executive that really say, oh, let us take care of Nigerians, you know, let's make the threshold in a way that at least more people will still have some money, some dispensable income around? Who? Thank you, sir. The legislature love Nigerians. Why the executive no send your papa? So for those of you who are always acting as data boys and you are criticizing anybody that do not agree with whatever the presidency do, this is what you guys are doing now. And it will affect you. That's one thing I love about government policy. You might think, oh, I escape. Shebi, I'm connected to them. Oh, connect to Mokoko. It will later affect you. When insecurity was starting in Nigeria, Shebi, the rich, the elite, they think, say, oh, don't worry, we are cool, we are fine. They didn't do shit, right? But what's going on now? The insecurity is now coming to their corridor now. All of them now, none of them can travel. I don't see any of them. No politician in Nigeria can travel 50 miles on the road without having an entire law enforcement battalion in front and behind just to travel 50 miles an hour. The next thing is to carry flight. So we are there now. So if you understand what I'm saying, this tax is not something you just play politics or you play foolishness with. And this message is for those data boys in Nigeria that are running their mouth. Uncle Dayo, you want to add anything to this threshold discussion?
Yes, sir, I do. What they are trying to do, sir, basically is that they are trying to like widen the net. You know, President Tinubu said it earlier on that let us widen the net so that more people can come in. But they're not thinking about the consequences. on the poor masses. And then about this data, about all these data, but also I think they know already that that they will surely meet with some kind of confrontations on this their tax reform bill. So they already put their boys on the alert to be scouting anywhere this discussion is going to be raised, so that they can douse it, so that they can kind of try to like stop it.
Yeah.
Before people could become enlightened about it, so that they know they are the one that are, I mean, they are the one that are doing something that is not right, but they don't want people opinion to like overpower their own. So they are trying to use all these data boys to create confusion.
Exactly.
And to create diversion also. But we are wiser. That's why I thank God for that House of Representative member who brought it out. If not, Nigerians wouldn't have known. Come next year, we just see all these things happen, and then we'll be wondering what happened. Say, oh, it has been passed now, so it has not become a law. Now, Uncle Beno, do you notice something? That they are trying to create like kind of a task force within the FIRS that will be independent from the police, independent from the court, independent from every law enforcement agency. They will be on their own, and they're not answerable to anybody.
You imagine.
What is that done?
So that is like the presidency coming to arrest you directly.
Exactly. What is that done?
You see this una baba. When I tell you, I say una go begin see how baba me built Lagos. He go begin show now. I say how they joke.
Just so sad. Honestly.
All right. My sister Peanut says something that I like here. Peanut said the legislators are complaining because their oversight function was tampered with, and they themselves will be affected by the lower of the threshold. Means they themselves will be affected. Exactly. You get it, Uncle Dayo? Because lowering the threshold from 50 million to 25 million mean many of them will now also fall into that tax net that Bami already laid out for them. Shout out to you, Roland. Roland said, this tax reform bill is a war firm script. Better fight. Now better fight. Now in they come. Yeah, absolutely. But you can't fight the government. That's why it's better they make sure they fix it now before they implement it. You can't fight the government, or you just go to jail for nothing. All right. So let's move on to the final part. Tax dispute appeals. That's another area they tampered with. So the Senate, the House of Assembly, approved that appeal without upfront payment. And what this simply means is, if you have issue with your taxes, if the government said you made 500 million this year, and you said, no, I have to dispute it, I do not make 500 million. The National Assembly said you can go ahead and appeal without upfront payment. What was gazetted that caused trouble? They now said, the Tinubu administration said, before you appeal, you have to pay 20% of disputed tax. 20% of disputed tax must be deposited before appeal. This thing, they spin my head. So what are the implications? The implication is it limits access to justice, especially for small and medium enterprises. I don't understand these people. I don't. That's why I told you guys in my ranting that, look, what I've seen a lot of presidents do in Nigeria is, as soon as they get into power, they will hijack the judiciary, and then they hijack law enforcement. That's why you see it's easier for them to send the FCC or any law enforcement body after their political enemies. Once they hijack those two, you don't finish. If you go court, who won't pass the judgment when they don't already hijack them? That's why people was raising eyebrows when Wike was building houses for judges in Abuja. Who does that? But here we are now. The National Assembly said, if there are disputes in your tax record, you can go ahead and appeal without upfront payment. But the government is saying, no, Even though there are disputes, you still have to pay 20% of the disputed tax before you can appeal. Uncle Dayo, where are we?
Yes, sir. Now, this is one of the areas that I felt so bad about, because it's like gagging the people. You gag the people. Now, somebody can come up. Let's even put it. If you've ever said one more match. Let's even make it practical. Imagine in a situation whereby the Inland Revenue Service came with a particular figure and say, oh, last year you made 500 million, but you were claiming that you made only 250 million. And you're like, where is this one coming from? They are now saying that you must, before you can appeal, you have to pay 20% of that 500 million. I mean, of that difference that you're supposed to have paid. And even before they can even hear you out, even before you can even say, no, it's not so, you must pay first. Where is that done? Imagine. Where is that done?
Imagine, no.
And then after you even pay, now, if you know you did not make up to 500 million, for instance, last year, you made only 250 million and you have declared it. And they are claiming that you made 500 million, and they're still asking you now to go and pay 20% before you can appeal that. I'd be like, where will you get the money from? So this particular last one is what really made me to give up on this tax reform, because it never meant well for Nigerians. By the way they are going about it, and by the way they want to implement it also, it just became so draconian that if you look at it critically, I don't know what they have in mind. Maybe they have a kind of a targeted audience in their mind that they want to go after, or maybe they are just moving mad, allegedly, because it does not make any logical sense to be doing this. Why?
Exactly. All right. Peanut said, Uncle B, this one, the legislators are fighting for themselves. What the big men currently do now is that they drag the case in court forever, and at the end, they settle in court. Okay. Sister Oyin said, there is a way out. The same Congress will keep money in Forex. The same Congress will keep money in Forex. Sister Oyin, you just say Tinubu no go figure all those funds out. And Destiny said, that's not true. That's before. So soon we fight the government. My brother, you can't fight the government, unfortunately. Destiny also said, Nigerian politicians will be history soon. As to, oh no, we don't use cursing language. I'm so sorry, my brother or my sister. We don't use cursing language because we are just trying to analyze this matter and try to guide our people towards sanity. All right. So lastly, Uncle Dayo, legislative oversight. Now this one I did me funny pass. So, legislative oversight, the National Assembly approved this. They said National Assembly can summon, demand reports, and enforce accountability. In the gazetted one, oversight provision was completely removed. You see, I love Bami, you know. I always tell you guys here, say, I like Tinubu and Donald Trump. Not before their political style, but for their, how can I say this now? How they move when they want to like render people useless, when they want to make you powerless. I'm learning that from them. I hope it's not a bad thing to learn. I beg. Where could I tell you? Am I learning bad thing? I love their move, eh? Oh man, it's just that I think I like Tinubu's style more than my Uncle Trump. Trump owner, bam, said he go hit you directly, bam. But Bami Tinubu, Bami will romance you. Bami na strategize, easy. If you don't take time, if you not get Holy Spirit, you're not going to say Bami don't capture you. Before you realize say Bami don't capture you, you're already in the net. You can't come out of it. That's what's happening to Akpabio and the likes. All those people that they used to have strong voices before. And all of a sudden, it be like say they buried their voice. Now that's what happened. The way Bami move, you are already in the net before you can say Jack Robinson. That's one thing I'm learning from him. So I don't know whether it's a bad thing or something, but I like it. And my Uncle Trump, oh my God. PM, my uncle no they send. My uncle, oh my yemo any boom. We don't want you. We want them gone. So, Uncle Dayo, this legislative oversight, this is where I said power intoxicate and absolute power intoxicate absolutely. This is where I think the Tinubu administration, if really this is what they gazetted, this is where I think they fuck up. Yeah, this is where I think they fuck up. Say you remove oversight completely, meaning you are now the Lord and Savior. You are now the emperor. They don't burn anybody well to question you, because the implication of that is reduced checks and balances. Nothing to check government excesses. Like government can literally do anything to any Nigerian citizen. If they can even take your business, they're not born your father where you can't do shit. And the House of Assembly will be rendered useless. Now, before Uncle Dayo, before you add your take, let me quickly say this again. For those who have ears to hear, Tinubu is not a bad person, no. Let's be frank. You see, all these measures that Tinubu included in this thing now, if it is true, I think he included that so he can have smooth operation during his first and second tenure. But here is the danger. This is the danger. The next regime after Tinubu, whether he come back 2027 or not, if he come back 2027, they will prolong this to 2031. You see the next regime that will come after Tinubu have gone. Jeez. They go show una shege banza. You see this law when they pass now, many of them that are looting and stealing in the country now, including these same politicians, they will still use this same tax law to collect all their property, their money, their everything. Mark my words. Those of you working in the government right now, or you are not in the government, you are just supporting because of your tribal sentiments. This same law, by the time my northern brothers, uncles, when they go occupy Abuja again, now this same law, now they will take collect all your shit. And there is no freaking thing you can do. So if you think we pointing it out now, we are like enemies, well, when that time comes, you will remember. Let me even remind you guys of what happened during President Goodluck Jonathan's time. You know, say, during Goodluck Jonathan's time, Tinubu and co, they were the one protesting upon protesting. The same thing Goodluck Jonathan was going to do, in order to set Nigeria in the right path, they protested against it. Now that Tinubu is back there as the president, he is trying to replicate almost the same thing Jonathan wanted to do back then. Now, they are protesting against it now, and his supporters, they now have issue. You see, what goes round comes around. Nothing goes forever. Tinubu is old. Bami is old. Bami is not going to be this strong in 2031. All the thing well now they support now, you guys better listen. whether you are from southeast, south, southwest, all the bullshit when they support now, by the time Northerners get into power again, and they are now using all this mechanism Tinubu is putting in place now, that you guys say, he's great, he's the best. Northerners, they don't think like us, so not all of them, especially those politicians, those Fulanis that are in power, they don't think like us. So when they come, that is when you guys will feel the full impact of all this political recklessness that is going on now. When the next Northern president will come, you guys that you are singing on your mandate, you shall stand now. You know what you'll be singing by them? Banka de de, ranka de de, ranka de de. They go carry it, they go.
Uncle Beno.
Nigeria now. Uncle Beno, Uncle Dayo, you supposed to know, na Nigeria, not be somebody introduced cap when they were. This cap where be say almost all politicians now they get their political style. I mean, we know they say somebody introduced it. This is Nigeria. Whatever you introduce, Nigerians are good at copying. In fact, they go over copy whatever you brought to the table. They go modify them. It go shock you when you bring the idea itself. This is what I'm worried about. I'm not worried about Tinubu. I've said this on several occasions. Tinubu is not a monster. Baba is just a businessman. It's just normal for all these our older men to feel praised, to feel powerful, to feel they control their command. Tinubu has a good heart. If not, many of your content creators, many of your analysts, they don't they jail since. But it's not really about that. My fear is the laws that Baba is promoting, the law he's putting in place, the way he's rendering all these government organs useless now, and the Macabio-led National Assembly, they are singing on your mandate we shall stand, forgetting that, yes, Tinubu has 6 more years. If he win 2027, what happens when Tinubu come out? Una go cry. People go cry. This same tax law right now, there is an ongoing debate that we never even open them at all. The debate is the people who's really going to be paying these taxes are going to be majority Christians and Southerners, both Southerners, meaning Southeast, Southwest, South. They are the majority that will pay these taxes. I know, say Nigerians, we know they like to be realistic with our observations. Which Aboki you won't go home for not make pay tax? Now tell me. See Aboki where they carry in cow waka for bush. Now you won't go make pay tax. I don't understand. I been na Aboki, now you won't go garnish in money for bank and war no go start. No, I want to understand. We know they think deep. The vast majority of people that are going to pay these taxes, they are the South, Southeast, Southwesterners. They deceive ourselves there. That conversation is still one side. Though. We never even scratched the surface. So now we are talking about all these means of harnessing power, hijacking power to the executives. And we just say they do something. They too, they will cry. Where is Malami now? Uncle Dayo. Malami? Is he not
yes,
crying?
Sir.
Is Malami not crying now?
Yes, now.
Okay. But one time, Malami was the most very powerful guy, right? When he was chief, right? Nothing when Malami was the one that supervised the arrest of Nnamdi Kanu, if my memory still serves me right. Abi, so powerful, so strong, right? Where is he now?
Yes,
He's in custody now.
Yes.
I'm telling you, me, I pay attention to trends and patterns. I don't get time for all this our bullshit tribalistic approach or sentiment. It's not my thing. Let's call a spade a spade. Tinubu has no intention to harm anybody. Tinubu is a businessman, he's an accountant, and I told you guys, I have a lot of accountant friends. They're not even accountants, they are chartered accountants. Will be my friend. I say how that they all their head na number. Na number. Those that are working professionally as my friends, every time those where they work for bank and then was pass. Every day now that they think how to collect money, how to make money, how to make money. That's who Tinubu is. I think they say he works for, is it ExxonMobil or something? As an accountant. Abion Kuda, where he worked before?
Yes, I think he went for ExxonMobil as an accountant at the initial stage. Okay. So he was an accountant. So then he works for
ExxonMobil. Tinubu had everything and numbers. When you see Lagos State, I say he built Lagos. It's because most of the governors that came in after Tinubu, they apply his number competency. Everything is about numbers. So now as the president, he's still thinking in terms of numbers. But the good thing is, Tinubu is not a monster like we're going to say, go on like this person. He doesn't have time for that. His own thing is for him, as Tinubu does. So I don't check the Baba. Tinubu is in competition with some people in Nigeria in terms of power. He's a man that loves power. All he's doing right now, anytime I see him, all I see Baba doing is that, sorry for those who know Yoruba. All I see my Bami doing is he's in power tussle with some people. Like, who born you? You won't try me. You will see what I'm gonna do. Your party will not exist anymore. It's a game to him. So it's not like these wicked people are paying him to be. It's not like that. It's just a game to him. But that is where the danger comes in. When you are playing games, it's like Nigerians, the poor Nigerians, they are like pawns in the hands of these elites. Like, let's see who can control who can take over what. That's what they're doing. That, to me, that's what I see. But my fear is the next president after Tinubu. Tinubu has already laid the foundation for them now. Look, let me use President Buhari as an example. Buhari is not a politician. Buhari don't know jack about politics. Before Buhari came in as president, Buhari don't even know much about corruption. Hear me well. This is just my own opinion of him. Buhari used to be very plain and simple. That's why when he was coming, everybody would say, Baba, Buhari no. But even me, on his first time, me too, I was campaigning for him. Buhari used to be a simple man. No corruption in his record. I think they only accused him of petroleum trust fund or something. Nothing else in Buhari's record. He has always been a simple man. But guess what happened? When Buhari became the president of Nigeria, the corrupt structure that were laid down by his predecessors, those are the structures that the team working with him now force him to embrace. Like, sir, budget, you have to pad this budget. That is how they has been doing it. Sir, if the budget that what we really need in Nigeria is 1.3 trillion, where you won't carry and go the Senate, you have to make it 2.5 trillion because the executive, they go collect the rep, go say, and boy, like, Kai, that is stealing. You cannot do that. And Ragadede, Twa, Kai Macha, they will impeach you. That's how they have been doing it. So, As soon as he got there, he already met this structure of corruption. They have already done his job for him. The EFCC was a brilliant idea. The ICPC, excellent idea, introduced by Obasanjo. Abion Kudayo, is it not Obasanjo that introduced all those systems?
Yes, sir.
Right?
During time of Okonjo-Iweala, I think.
So the system was there. Brilliant idea. But guess you what? The same Baba Obasanjo allegedly was the one that started using the EFCC to chase his political opponents. And again, the only government that I see that so far, this government really know what democracy is and they really want Nigerians to feel it, was Yaradua Jonathan. You know, both of them are academics. They came from the academic background. So both of them are the one that really want to run a true democracy. That's why it was freaky so easy for Yaradua to say the election that brought me into office wasn't perfect. But again, the PDP under Obasanjo, they already laid the foundation of corruption. The foundation of total disrespect for law and order. They laid the foundation for disruption and disobedience of the judicial system. So every other government that comes into power, it becomes way easier for them to abuse the system. That is what we have been following to date. So everything you think Tinubu is doing now, continue to praise it. Now when our northern uncles and papas, when they take over, now you go to say, you remember what Buhari said when he was leaving? Where is it? Nigerians, you will miss me.
I remember that statement.
Uncle Dayo, are we missing Buhari or not?
Honestly, well, I will not say we are missing him, but he actually said that because there was something that he said that people say that he is tough, but by the time he leaves, that the regime of this present government is going to show us pepper, and it's right. I mean, it was right. So we are facing the music now.
So that's just what I'm afraid of. Everything Baba Tinubu is doing right now, your mandate people, they are praising it. They are happy about it because you know what? Money is flowing. The money is flowing like there is no tomorrow. Don't listen to Monday Okpebolo now. Monday Okpebolo say, come to APC. Money, yafu. There is money everywhere. Money is flowing. Wait, may buy me come out. Abi, now, if you look at this tax reform now, if Tinubu can use this tax reform to collect your money, to do anything he wants to do, you go consummate the next president, no do him. Everybody go do okay. So, in summary, let me just show you guys the summary so we can move to Trump and finish this show. I know say the Trump only not to take much anyway, but now this Tinubu tax return, I don't do my mind since say I want to talk about it. Where is the summary now? All right, so let me show you the summary. Here we go. So for those who really don't know why all this brouhaha about the Tinubu tax reform, what really changed the tax reform that everyone is talking about now is simple. These 4-lined items. Number one, the changes include enforcement powers were expanded. So the changes expand enforcement power. Judicial safeguards were weakened. Now, the judiciary has nothing on anybody that the tax people are coming after. Did you watch Training Days by Denzel Washington? where he said, King Kong had nothing on me. King Kong. That's what's happening right now. The judiciary, we have nothing on Tinubu administration when they start implementing this tax. Number 3, compliance thresholds were lowered. Very, very low. And lastly, cost of legal challenge was increased. That is the summary of it all. If you enjoyed this segment, please drop one in the chat. Let me and Uncle Dayo know that at least we try our best. I'll take some comment, then Uncle Dayo will round up this segment. Official Shield Power say Tinubu boys won't pay the tax. Well, until another government come, we go know what's up. Joy in K, Joy, what's up? Joy say, I don't understand how people are praising a failed president, tribal settlement. Well, you can look at it like that, but some of us, we still have that grace of at least focusing on the objective and not the sentimental part of it. It's okay for people to say one or two things about whoever is the president. Look, whatever attack, whatever names, whatever anybody say about Tinubu right now, he deserves it because he's the one that said, Emilokon, I want to be the president. By the time his tenure come to an end and another person is there, another person, I will go to shout his name again. So that's just like how it works. But if your comment, Joy, if your comment is because I said Tinubu is not a bad person, well, that's my personal opinion. I don't think he's a bad person, really, because I've seen many presidents that will use their power to torment people who criticize them. But so far, so good. I've not been seeing Tinubu doing that. He has not been chasing people who criticize him or try to jail them or something. No, I don't. Maybe I mean no, sure, but I've not really seen Tinubu really single-handedly go after somebody because the person criticizing. So I really don't know. That is why I said it's not like a bad person. But when it comes to his style, and I've said that over and over here, his politics, it doesn't resonate with me because his politics is a politics of power tussle. Always want to take control, always want to hijack everything. I witnessed his political style while I was in Lagos. During his time as governor, I've seen how Tinubu operate. He will break down the system. He will infiltrate everything. Look, the way Lagos State are right now, before any other political party can become governor in Lagos State, Tinubu would have grown old and passed away. As far as he's still alive, with the structure he built in Lagos, when they say he built Lagos, it's not the buildings and the economics that Tinubu did not build shit when it comes to that. What Tinubu built in Lagos is political structure. Ask Lagosians. If they want to be honest, they will tell you the truth. What he built is political structures, not the formal political structure. He built a very strong, informal political structure. And he's at the top of that informal political structure. So whatever he says is the final. And he has the power to remove anybody if you don't comply. So when you hear people say, he built Lagos, no. He built informal, a very powerful informal political structure that they already know is going to be the next governor of Lagos State as we are speaking now. They know who's going to be the next speaker. So even if you say I'm contesting, you are just deceiving yourself. And that's to his credit. That is how he know to play politics. Everybody have their own style. So the same thing is what he's doing at the national level now. And whoever has been following his political style, you will know that is how he moves. Are you not surprised that the Makpabio, they be like boy? Don't you get it? Look at the Senate now. Look at the House of Rep. And it doesn't matter whether they be Hausa, Igbo, Yoruba, everything. All of them, they are acting like a coward right now. Go and watch the video. On your Monday we shall stand. Everybody stood up singing it. So that is why for me, I am not a fan of his political style. But when it comes to as a man, if you are understanding people to learn power move, if you are studying people to learn power move, to understand how human mechanism system works, how social system works, how to leverage, if you are learning how to consult, how to build a system made of human, and all these human will be loyal to you. That is where I admire Tinubu. It has nothing to do with politics. So I just have to set the record clear. My first degree is human resource management. All I was taught for 4 years in the university is how do you get people to do what you want without forcing them, without coercing them, but getting them to at least help you achieve what you want to achieve willingly with love and respect. Those are the things I learned for 4 years at the university. HR. And that is why when I see powerful people, my interest is usually to understudy them. How do they move? How do they connect this thing? Okay, that's just it. But when it comes to Tinubu politics in terms of dividend of democracy, he is the worst of them all. I'm sorry. I've never hidden where I stood. I told you guys I'm obedient. I've always said it here on this platform. Even right now, I'm still obedient. Even though Peter Obino, they even talk, I'm still obedient tomorrow because I have not even seen any credible candidate that I can say, hey, Ben, let me begin to at least raise my voice. They don't know me, I don't know them. But Tinubu politics and dividends of democracy, count me out. I'm not a party to that. But when it comes to who he is as a person, as a father, as a political godfather, I admire him. I don't know, maybe that explains where I stand. So, my dear Jay, I am not praising him. I'm just explaining what I think about him. Sister Temilade said, why Tinubu no use the numbers, develop the country and allow the executive and judiciary to do their jobs properly? He's wicked like the rest of the political elite. Tinubu should put a better system. Unfortunately, Sister Temi, Tinubu cannot build a better system than what he is building right now. If you understand, my sister, Tinubu is used to being in charge and being in control. He's used to dishing out orders and people not questioning him. When you have somebody like that as a president, you are what you will get at the end of the day will be tantamount to disaster. We are experiencing the same thing with my uncle here in the US now. All the days of my uncle in the US, he has always been at the top, executive, billionaire son, taking control, commanding staff. He is used to saying stuff that people cannot question him. And he's used to getting whatever he wants. That's how many of these people move. So you can see that the Bami that we have here now, many of the decisions he's making is actually pushing the country backward rather than forward. And to him and those who believe in him, they believe he's making progress. But that progress is only during his tenure and what he defined it to be. And if you notice, my uncle right here in the US, if you observe how he moves, he's the one that praises himself all the time. He will always say, what we have done, nobody has ever done it. No president have done this. No president have done that. The administration have brought in a lot of money, millions of money. He's always praising himself because that is the system and pattern and structure he grew up in. He is always being praised for even when he didn't do much. So a lot of people are like that. I'll give you an example now. Seyi Tinubu, sometimes I feel sorry for him because it wasn't his fault that he happens to be the son of his father. But look at what's happening to Seyi Tinubu right now. People kind of reverend him. People kind of overhype him, overpraise him. But tell me, what has Seyi Tinubu done in terms of creativity, in terms of building something, nurture it, and make it grow? Even politically speaking, what has he done? Can you show me how many IT centers he has built for youth to explore? Can you show me schools that he has built for the children of the less privileged to attend without paying tuition? I don't know if you guys understand what I'm saying now. So you see, Seyi Tinubu, for instance, now is already used to being praised for doing nothing, just by the virtue of being the president's son. And that doesn't mean that maybe Seyi Tinubu is a bad person. He is not. Those around him, those closer to him, they say it all the time that Seyi Tinubu is a very nice person. But politically speaking, he has no impact. Now, there is this saying in the corner that, oh, Seyi Tinubu is being set up to become the next governor of Lagos. What do you expect him to do as a governor now? Do you think what people like Sanwo-Olu, people like Fashola, what's the other one's name? Akiwumi, the steps they made, the bold achievements you can at least assign to them. Do you think Seyi Tinubu can do all of that? No. But here is what's going to happen. If he becomes Lagos State governor, he's still going to go ahead being praised for doing absolutely nothing, because that is the system he's used to. So that's the point, my sister. Tinubu himself, he's a product of being overpraised, overhyped for really not putting structures on ground, but being nice to the people who are loyal to him. So that's it, my sister. He can't do way better than that. And if you have listened to me long enough on this channel, you would have heard me say this over and over again, that the APC government is a propaganda government. They look good on paper. All of their achievement is on paper. Go and check. Maybe a few ones here and there. But majorly, the achievements are always on paper and on the faces of your TV and social media. How? People saying, yes, they did it. Take the student loan, for instance, now. If we start the conversation around student loan now, you will see people that will come up and tell you, oh, it's working. People are getting the money. If you ask them, do you know 5, 6 people that actually collected money? Well, not people that are closer to me, but one of my friends, his sister saying collect the money. One uncle, that time from my working place, they say he cousin collect the money. And then the person argue with you will be telling you he did it. That is how his system has been working for a very long time. And you hear all this, your senators and the likes now, you hear them singing the same song. The Tinubu administration has done a lot of things. You heard that Pabio say it all the time. How about Umahi? Umahi recently said there is no need for Biafra agitation. There is no need for Igbo to demand anything. The Tinubu administration is already doing this, doing that, doing that. You can imagine. Loyalty is productivity as far as APC is concerned. Now, that can change tomorrow, but so far so good. The way I can see right now, look at the dirty December going on in Nigeria now. Have you seen the roads, the traffic? Let's just be honest. Have you seen it? I'm not talking about Lagos traffic. Oh, that one na hell. Oh, that one no, na hell be that one. Uncle Dayo, I don't know whether that traffic don't catch you once for Lagos, but if what I'm saying is anything to go by,
Uncle Beno, as I'm talking to you now, Lagos is shut down. Okay. Shut down. As in, you cannot move freely now to anywhere, any part of Lagos now. Do you know that? Do you know that a journey of just about 30 minutes actually took 4 hours. 4 hours. For my wife to move from the home to mile 12 market, you could do to mile 12 maximum on the free day. If you just want to drive, your car leisurely, 15 minutes to say 25 minutes, you're already at mile 12. It took her 4 hours to be able to get there. And not only that, I posted a video of what happened 3 a.m. I think on Sunday in VI. Cars on the road. Yes, it's in the backstage. I posted a video of traffic 3 a.m. in the morning. Come and see traffic.
Okay.
Cars stuck. Now, as of today, tomorrow will be worse because tomorrow is the eve of Christmas, right? Tomorrow will be worse. If you don't have anywhere going tomorrow, please stay in your house. If you go out tomorrow, you should be ready to sleep on the road because everywhere will block. It has always been like that every year out in December. And now look at the funny part of it is that immediately it's 27, 28. Lagos will be like a ghost town until around January 12th. Because people will have moved out of Lagos.
They will have go to their village.
Exactly. But as I'm talking to you now, everywhere is blocked.
You see, those are the problems. How about people who are actually traveling to the village? I saw the videos of oh my God, it's a gridlock. So these are the things we're talking about. A government that is delivering dividend of democracy would have factored all of this into their plan. By now, they would have had a lot of hard workers, law enforcement, that will mount many of those roads, passing traffic. But no, they will come back and tell you, the government is working. That is how you measure performance. Can't you go with a law? I'm tired of these folks, man. You don't measure performances on the basis of what the politician is telling you. You measure it by what you see on ground. You don't see person where do exam, mark himself, score himself 0 before. Anyway, Sister you say that's exactly what I foresee in US. After Baba Oniranu or son leaves. Oh, it's the same thing, Sister Oyi. He too, he's building a system. Hello?
Hi, Mr. Benedict. My name is Bonk. I'm calling with Progressive Insurance. How are you?
I'm fine. Can I call you back shortly? I'm on a live show right now.
I'm sorry?
I'm on a live show. Can I call you back in about 5 minutes?
Oh, sure.
All right, thank you. That's my insurance company. They wanted to, maybe they're not ready to pay for my car. We cash fire. I'll get back to them. So that's what I'm talking about, Sister Oyi, about building a structure that will later come and destroy everything. The thing where my uncle for US, they create right now. Now, when he leave office, now we go see the impact. Because the next person that will come in, if that person happens to be Republican, this thing go worst. But more leave it at that. Starting say money is flowing at the expense of the average citizen. Yes, so Temi said, so why are supporting President Tinubu and the bar system he's laying down, which is going to be a disaster for Nigeria? My sister, now those data boys, now then they do that work. The data boys are the problem. Official cheaper say Tinubu gave senators $50,000. Allegedly, oh my brother, I heard it, but I don't know how true is that. This 7 Space, one of the best programs. I appreciate you, sir. Oh my God, God bless you. Thank you very much for appreciating what we do. Thank you. Official BTV said that was enjoyable. Oh, thank you. Duchess, Duchess Vivi. That name sweet to Duchess Vivi. Can't give us money. Now money we define for Bora Bora. If you are a Duchess, now you say you get royal money be that. Tear us like $50 million first. You're welcome, Duchess. How you doing? Okay, let's keep it moving. Abby, waiting you they vote 333 to your long. What are you voting for, Abby? And then you say that doesn't make him a good person. It's putting the interest of the people at fire that makes him a good leader. Okay. Oh, putting the interest of the people first that makes him a good leader. Exactly. But, you know, me, I just talk of my own interest, my system. I be say he may not be a bad person, but he's not a good person either. Okay. I somehow agree with that. Politically, if you say politically is not a good person, I agree with that, because the level of destruction he's doing to all those opposition parties is outrageous. Okay. Right. This space, please, sir, keep it up. Your conscience is aware. Thank you very much. And I be say, until you good evening, ma. I be now a good person, and Nigeria is a shambles. Abi, you know, like Bami Abi. Destiny say, bro, with your discussion, I can see Nigeria never say the truth. Nigeria based in Canada. God bless Nigeria. Thank you, my brother. How Canada now? Sheko, not too much for that side. Biba, don't find another of your brother in Canada or Bina sister. Destiny Kamara, is that man or woman? Please let us know. But that's the worst type of government one can ever have. Coercive government and yes men. Bad idea. I hate that idea of yes men. That's why me, I no go lie. I don't like Akpabio. Don't come for me. Don't say, why would you say you don't like Umabi? I don't like Akpabio as a politician, period. I have never seen somebody doing boy so obvious that you can tell that this guy na empty. I have never seen it. Look, political alliance has been there forever. Don't get me wrong. In politics, the president always makes sure that whoever is the Senate president and the speaker, at least they are part of his own person. But yet, you will still see some of these speakers and Senate president, they will still push back on some of the things that the president is doing. Akpabio Naziro. Akpabio is like, you can literally write what you want, make it talk. Make it just kind of go, according to the president, what we want to do now? Natasha, you are disturbing this procedure. So the president said, that's what it looks like to me. I have never seen Akpabio push back on anything before. Akpabio is always, anybody that object anything the executive is doing, Akpabio will target that person for inside Senate there. So that's why for me, I don't like him as a speaker. Not individually, but when it comes to politics, me, I don't like him, period. And it's my right as a Nigerian to decide if I want to like a politician or not. Just as everybody has the right to. For me, Akpabio is a zero. I be say, Uncle Ben, so you are saying Tinubu doesn't use coercion? I highly doubt that. He may be using coercion, but the way he goes about it, you can hardly link him to whatever is going on. Bami don't move like that.
Uncle Ben.
Yes, sir.
He moves diplomatically.
Exactly.
The way he moves is diplomatic. Now, I want to quickly say something. Allegedly, the reason why people that were supposed to be like kind of to be checkmating him anytime he's trying to move, why did now seem to be docile? Why did now seem to be non-responsive? Allegedly, I want to believe that, as a diplomatic leader, he has something on them. Instead of them to be checkmating him, he's not checkmating them. So they cannot stop him. Because, see, as you said earlier on at the beginning of the show, before you know that Tinubu is moving on you, he will have gotten you in the trap already. Before you even know that they're trying to move on you. No, that's the way it works. He's very, very diplomatic. As a politician, I respect and fear him. Because he's a strategist and knows exactly what to do. He's a guru in this game of politics. But as a leader, that's where I'm having issues with him. But as a politician, he's a strategist and he's very, 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 very diplomatic in nature. He has pocketed everyone that's supposed to be checkmating him. So Irada is the one checkmating them. So that's why they can stand up at National Assembly and be singing. Instead of singing our national anthem, they were singing on its mandate. And that's why most of the time when it passes bills, they will hardly complain or they will hardly even try to to make some corrections on it. However, it is what it is. Just 8 years. It will not continue forever.
Mm-hmm. Who born them? Who born them to disprove whatever Bami want? Well, be a liar, anybody that. Bami. Bami is speaking and you have an idea. Who are you? Where is the idea coming from? Let me see if I can see on your mandate we shall stand. I play and make una see. I don't see him. So that's it. And Abi is saying something here. Abi said, okay, speaking on Sheyi Tinubu, Abi say he has bought plenty buckets and cars for baddies. That's his contribution to society, allegedly. And throws huge parties for the youth, allegedly. That's not enough contribution for you, UB. Abi, that's not contribution, no. Bucky bags, Abi. Shana Becky, Abi Bucky. How they call? Okay, Abi. Now you know that one. It's time you say what? On parchment paper or fake paper, I disagree. Oh my God, this is so crazy. Biba said, we are frozen here, UB. Canada don't work like that. I know. My dear, I beg, help me put heater for my baby, so I beg. You, I don't even worry about you. You feel survive anywhere. But for my babies, let me turn up the heater, Biba, okay? Don't you say, Uncle Ben, don't worry, I got you all my real farm. Okay now. Auntie Grace say, let them pay plenty money. Rivalo said, sadly, the damage caused we outlive Tinubu. Seriously, that's my fear. That's my fear. All the structure when they demolish, they destroy now. Now, when it come up for office, now everybody head go correct. Many of them will rot in jail. You know, say that they spread the money now in the street. Wait until one Abuki enter. Everybody might were okay. He said, absolutely, he's already set one in place. The government in Yankee after Uniran. Sister Oyin, you be like say you not too like my uncle at all. Why now? Oh God, I don't feel love. All right, as we're rounding up today's show, let us end the whole thing with the visa ban. Okay, just give me 1 second.
You are watching Political Roundtable with UB. Like, subscribe, and leave your thoughts in the comments.
Yeah, this is Benedict. Give me a minute, okay? Just give me a second. All right? Okay. All right, guys. Let me share this video with you real quick. I'll play this time.
So it is an anti-avoidance provision. Another provision is the one on enforcement. Some of us who worked and retired from revenue office know that at times you want to go to visit a company for investigation, the company is surrounded with police and security men. Even to serve letters, they will not collect the letters. So are we saying that in a situation like that, at times they will attack the revenue agents? Are we saying that the revenue authority should go to sleep and allow such to happen? So the enforcement powers, even without what is in the law today, in the old law, we do carry enforcement powers, because if the staff of revenue service is threatened, if his life is under danger, the revenue authority will not be waiting, to go to court to get whatever. Right. The revenue agency is a trusted agent of government, and anybody who attacks any staff of such institution is attacking the federal government. Right. So, the issue of petroleum tax must be in dollars. Yes, the old law says in the relevant currency of the transaction. Mm-hmm. But what do we observe in practice? Petroleum, we have all upstream. Upstream deals substantially on lifting and sales of petroleum, which is denominated in dollars. The midstream and downstream, yes, they operate as if like
we have to come in.
For upstream,
Mr. Bagbo, we have to come in here. Ayo, right. Go ahead, please.
Just very quickly, thank you so much. I know there are so many areas to talk about, but I just wanted you to also touch on, as you continue your explanation, the area of oversight function, which is one of the areas that has been said there's a discrepancy in the gazetted copy of the law. And this is based on, there's fundamentally is a lack of trust. Because when we talk about the tax, joint tax, the tax review, one of the things that people have talked about is the lack of trust on the sincerity, transparency of government. And to check this, part of the provisions that was made in the harmonized copy of the law was that oversight function provided by the legislature to the executive. But in what is said to be the discrepancy in the law is a reduced function of oversight. To what extent is this important? As you already said, I must put the caveat there that until the investigation is conducted, we cannot conclusively say that this is what has happened. But based on the allegations, this is what is seen to have happened. What are the implications of not having that strong oversight of the legislature over executive through the Nigerian Revenue Service?
Thank you very much. Yes, I think until the two arms, executive and the legislature, would definitely need to see where the ball was dropped. In other jurisdictions, they usually strengthen, the transmission protocol of, the gazetted or the approved version, and it's monitored end to end to ensure that there is no any. But I don't know how far that is practiced in Nigeria. So the legislature and the executive need to close the ranks and then identify where these issues. Okay. For institute, our focus is on this substance. The process should be strengthened and ensure that gazetting process, is fortified. If it means that, people are dedicated, systems are dedicated to check through this. At times, some of this can happen normal error. Some of us at times prepare memo in our offices and we make corrections. When you tell your officer to print out, he will still print out the old version that you have earlier corrected, but it's not reflected. So some of these things, we need to look it with issue of trust. If there's no trust deficit.
Can we come in here? Can we come here? No. I disagree with you. You just came to defend the aberration that happened, and I see what you've done. In one breath, you said, you have not seen the copy the National Assembly talked of, but you went to start defending all the arguments in what was done. And now when they ask you about the principal issue of trust, you still try to defend them by saying, you can give your assistant something to type for you and something will still come out. They were supposed to go through the National Assembly for any alteration, pure and simple. There's no point of defending and all of that. And for you coming ahead to say, it's tax avoidance protocol. If somebody is in court with you, you tell the person to pay a penalty of 20%, it's already an acceptance of a default. So if you say you're going to keep the money in escrow in the court, why don't you just allow the court process finish if it's going to be many years before you can go about it? You are saying they should enforce people with ammunition and all of that. Is it to go and have a shootout when they go to the companies? Are there not better ways to still be able to serve them? Because all the points you have come out to defend is what the things people are saying is an aberration. Have you ever factored in that this same government can use it against opposition and get a trumped-up tax case and go to arrest them and take pictures of them and use police against them? Do you ever also think of the political implication of things like this when people are talking? I think let's call it a spade, because all you have just come to do is you have come to defend this inequity. Why you say you have not gotten the original copy, but you took on the point and you defended it. So on that, I disagree with you. Secondly, I want to talk about the issue of VAT.
Oh, thank you, sir.
No, secondly, I want to talk about the issue of VAT. Because somebody raised it. In fact, I think Dino Melai has also raised it, saying that there are pending court cases as regards the collection of VAT. That is supposed to be the states that will collect the VAT. Because when we're having this argument of taxation, all we talk about was the distribution. The federal government will still collect it. What's your take about the issue of VAT, sir?
Sir, thank you very much, sir. When I was talking, I said that I have not read it, but based on what is in the papers, based on what is in the news, if they are true, I said it, I repeatedly, I said to avoid being misquoted. I'm not defending anybody. Believe in me, I can't do that. But the position in the institute, we have members who cuts across all shades. So I'm saying that on the basis until when we see what the National Assembly harmonized, then the institute will issue out position on it. And that time it will go through different stages for confirmation. But this one is my view. But this is preliminary because we have not seen the harmonized copy. So on the basis of that, I'm not defending, please. It is just to state on the basis of what is in the space.
Okay.
Then, on the issue of VAT,
yes,
it is the...
Go ahead, sir. Go ahead,
sir. It is the Legislature and National Assembly that will resolve the matter. What we know today is that VAT is collected by federal and shared to all the tiers of government. That is the focus of the institute. If there are changes later and the law approves it, we will oblige.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Ohagwa. But is there anything stopping the National Assembly from publishing their own harmonized copy and saying, this is what we publish? If the Chartered Institute of Taxation does not even have access to that harmonized copy, you know, everybody is just speculating, making allegations. Where is that copy?
Copies out there, they are gone.
They should publish the copy.
Thank you. When I was contacted, ordinarily I would have I asked my counsel, they would have turned it down because we have not seen the harmonized copy to enable the institute take a position. But this is on the basis of what we read in the papers and what we read in the news.
Well,
and we'll be happy. This will be
but
happy
you can ask for a copy under
copy.
Freedom of Information, under Freedom of Information Act. You can ask for a copy.
Yeah.
Yes?
I know some groups have already
Yes, sir.
asked.
Yes, sir. We will do that, sir.
Of the copy of the certified true
Well,
copy.
but this is the Chartered Institute of Taxation saying they have not seen it. These are stakeholders. These are the professionals. It should be out there in the public so that all of us can compare. We shouldn't be relying on what other people are comparing. We can compare ourselves.
All right.
Not newspaper reports.
Well, thank you
that
very much
may
for
even
your
be coming
time.
from poorly educated people in matters at stake.
All right. Well, thank you very much for your time. Hopefully your request is granted to see the certified true copy of the harmonized bill by both houses.
All right, there you have it. I don't want to play the second video from Arise News. There is one propaganda machine man who also came to the studio to defend the tax. That man is freaking annoying. I don't want to annoy you guys. We are in a celebration mood right now. I don't want you I don't want you to lose your temper this evening or this afternoon, depending on where you're watching from. This is the guy I say I don't want to show you. Very annoying.
The almighty federal government to sabotage its plans. I mean, because the federal government.
This is the guy I say I don't want to show you. He's very annoying. The way he was defending all the bullshit going on. But anyway, there is no time for that. Or maybe another day, I'll show you that. Now, just to round up with this spousal visa ban, here is a video for you guys. Just give me a second.
You are watching Political Roundtable with UB. Like, subscribe, and leave your thoughts in the comments.
All right, sorry I was muted briefly there. So I quickly want to end with this President Trump visa ban for the people who are getting married to Americans. So for those of you in Nigeria who you are getting married to IJGB, I just got back with the hope that they will take you to America. I'm so sorry to announce to you that that dream ain't gonna come true very soon. But first, listen to this story shared by this gentleman. This is a white man who is married to a beautiful Nigerian lady. Take a listen.
It is now extremely unlikely that my wife will be able to visit the United States anytime soon. For those that don't know me, my name is Chris. I'm an American. I've been married to my beautiful wife, Adenike, for the past year and a half. We have been waiting for her visa interview to come to the United States since May 2024. And with the new presidential travel ban, she currently has no path to come to the United States. As of the presidential proclamation yesterday, the U.S. will no longer issue immigrant visas to Nigerian spouses. There are a total of 35 countries, all listed below, affected by this ban. Previously, earlier travel bans had only focused on non-immigrant visas. These are things like student visas, business visas, and tourist visas. People petitioning for their spouses or children were exempt, and this is no longer the case. My wife has never met the majority of my relatives, and she has never set foot in my home country of the United States. I think a lot of Americans don't realize how difficult it actually is to come to the country legally. We have known each other for 5 years, and my wife has never been able to come to the United States. And now it is essentially impossible. I made a lot of videos explaining this process because I feel that it is important to call attention to the hundreds of thousands of people in my same situation waiting endlessly to be reunited with their spouse. I use these videos to draw attention to the real people caught in these immigration battles, and hope you will like, comment, and share this video to spread awareness. It is now extremely unlikely that my wife will be able to visit the United States anytime soon. For those that don't know me, my name is Chris. I'm an American. I've been married to my beautiful wife, Adenike, for the past year and a half. We have been waiting for her visa interview to come to the United States since May 2024. And with the new presidential travel ban, she currently has no path to come to the United States. As of the presidential proclamation yesterday, the U.S. will no longer issue immigrant visas to Nigerian spouses. There are a total of 35 countries, all listed below, affected by this ban. Previously, earlier travel bans had only focused on non-immigrant visas. These are things like student visas, business visas, and tourist visas. People petitioning for their spouses or children were exempt, and this is no longer the case. My wife has never met the majority of my relatives, and she has never set foot in my home country of the United States. I think a lot of Americans don't realize how difficult it actually is to come to the country legally. We have known each other for 5 years, and my wife has never been able to come to the United States. And now it is essentially impossible. I made a lot of videos explaining this process because I feel that it is important to call attention to the hundreds of thousands of people in my same situation waiting endlessly to be reunited with their spouse. I use these videos to draw attention to the real people caught in these immigration battles, and hope you will like, comment, and share this video to spread awareness. It is now.
All right. I choose that particular video for a reason. There are other videos of black who got married to other black ladies and their visas are denied too. But if I use those videos, it will look like, oh, they are only doing it to black people. I use this guy's video to show you that this is really deep. It's deep. Now, for those who are not in the United States, immigrants are going through a lot right now. I even heard that the Trump administration is about to commence denaturalization of citizens. If you know what that means. It means after you have sworn your allegiance to the United States and you have met all the requirements to be an American citizen, somehow, I haven't looked into it deeply, they can still find a way to denaturalize you, meaning to take your citizenship away. I will look into that and I will publish a content in that regard. But to the matter at hand, initially when the visa restriction was first introduced and Nigeria was included among the country that were penned down for it, I didn't really worry about it because I know that's the right thing to do. I do believe that if you meet the requirement to be granted those visas, you will be granted. But now that the spousal visa has been included, then it got me worried. And that is why I just wanted to say, if you are currently applying to the United States immigration to bring your spouse over to the United States, you may have to think and rethink about that. If you are denied, just bear in mind that in 3 years, another government might be in place. So you and your spouse may have to come up with another arrangement where you can both see each other and still keep the faith. If you are a United States citizen and you really love your partner that much and you think you can't stay away from them, you may have to relocate to live with them, but that is like a huge risk and decision to make. But one thing in all of this is that if you are an American citizen, you have your American passport, it means you can travel out and in as many times as possible. So I don't think the distance can really keep you both away. But if we are now talking in terms of the cost, you know, if your spouse is in Africa, I think the closer trip from Africa to United States is about 14 or 15 hours. Maybe the traveling expenditures may be a lot, but you guys should just find a way to work around it, because at this point, I really don't have much advice that I can give you. But let me clarify this one more time. America is not saying they are not issuing spousal visa. They are just saying that they are going to tighten verification processes. And like I said in my opening monologue, one of the things they are looking at is your background. They will look at your 5 years social media history. They just want to be sure that you are who you said you are. Okay. Other than that, I think you're going to be okay. And again, like I said in my monologue, hey, Misty, how you doing, my lovely sister? I see you. Misty at UB, your favorite uncle. Your favorite uncle, the love of your life has started or what? Misty, leave me, please. So, but like I said at the beginning, just make sure you don't post rubbish. Make sure your documents are tight. The main focus will be on your spouse who happen to be American residents. Is he having a good job? Does he has a good standing in America? If he has no criminal record, he's contributing to the society and all of that, and you yourself, you don't have any negative or craziness going on in your own life in Africa, then I think you may be considered. But I don't know what advice to give you more. Let me bring Uncle Dayo in. Uncle Dayo, this American visa restriction that now come to a point whereby America has to deny spouses the opportunity to be together. What can you say to people who are aspiring to become an American citizen or to even come to America to join their partners? Hello, Uncle Dayo.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I say with regard to restriction, what would you tell people that they cannot come and join their husband or wife in America? What would you tell them?
It's actually unfortunate because they are not supposed to pass through this stress. But unfortunately, the situation in the country that has warranted all this victimization from foreign countries is more like something that we make back home here. It's like an homemade problem. Because as a country that is plagued with insecurities and the whole world is watching, and our government, initially, they were lackadaisical about it until the thing now grew out of hands that it took a foreign nation to threaten us before we can start scrambling up and down to be able to do the right thing. So if part of the measures to keep us on our toes or to keep us in check is for them to impose these restrictions, there was a traveling ban, then there was this spousal, whatever. Now, so all these things, they're just check to put us, they're just in place to put us in check so that we don't forget that we are still a country of particular concern. So, but no, honestly, Uncle Ben, no, but I feel sorry for people that are passing through. Like the video you play, I really feel bad for the gentleman because to live apart from your spouse, to me, it should not be something that's supposed to even happen to one's enemy. Because what is the essence of marriage if you cannot stay with your partner? And it's not because you don't want to stay, it's just because of certain factors that are kind of that are limiting all your efforts to be together. However, it's not as if they are going to, but one that beats me actually is this. One of the party is an American citizen, right? It is the other party that is not an American citizen. So based on the fact that that American citizen is marrying somebody outside America, they say, the law says that they are going to now tighten the belt. They are going to scrutinize it critically. For what reasons? Have there been reported cases of people that are maybe they have been circumventing the system by marriage that has led to them now scrutinizing it like that? Or is it simply because of the issue of insecurity in Nigeria? Because if that's the case, then if they have abused that opportunity in the past, I can understand. But if it's not a case of abuse, if it's just because they want to put Nigeria in check, then to me, it is more like an unfortunate situation that we as Nigeria have found ourselves in. We are having problems inward and outward also we are having issues. You cannot live within Nigeria comfortably, and then even though we want to move outside also, we are being restricted also. So yeah, it's just so sad.
I know it's crazy, and people have been reacting to this visa ban situation. I want to play this because of those who will say, "Oh, my lawyer said she can fix it." Many of you think lawyers can fix whatever Trump say he doesn't want. You are lying. No, they will just waste your money. Listen to this sister right here.
Guys, to come in because I want you guys to be aware of something, okay? Do not fall for this. Come on in and let's talk about it. Now, ladies, I do not want you guys to fall for this because I know we are in shambles right now. But ladies, listen, I know you guys want your husbands to be here, but I do not want you to fall for the scam of people telling you, oh, I can help you get him faster. I can help your application get approved. I can help him get an interview. Just send me 3K, 4K, 5K. Ladies, it is a lie. It's nothing that nobody can do. Not even these scamming lawyers, okay? It's nothing that nobody can do. There's not no amount of money that's going to be able to overturn what America has already set in place. The only thing that you guys can do is wait and pray that they lift the ban off of Nigeria, or you guys can literally do what I'm doing. Make a plan. Go to Nigeria, you and your person, you find a way for you guys to be together. But I'm telling you, do not go out here giving these people your money. It's not enough money that can make nothing change, okay? So do not fall for the scam. If the people call you, if the people text you, they DM you, oh, I can help you. Send me 3K, 5K, 2K, 10K. No, they cannot. Baby, it is a scam. Everybody is out here, they money hungry. Do not let them lie to you. And lady, do not fall for it because you want your husband here. You have to allow it to play out. Do not give these people your money, okay? And until next time, all right, bye y'all.
All right. Hold on.
You, the people text you.
All right. What this lady is saying is right. There are many ladies, many single women in America right now that getting married to guys in Africa, more importantly, Nigeria. And with this current visa ban, a lot of y'all might think, oh, I can get my man here. Somebody say they gonna help me to bring my man here. Listen, you're gonna waste your money. Nobody can help you bring your man here. And I'm glad she repeated what I said when I started this segment. The best thing you can do is figure out how to go spend time with your partner in Nigeria or relocate completely. And in case you don't know, life is even sweeter and better in Nigeria. Forget the crap you read on social media at times. If you live in places like Lagos, Abuja, and maybe some part of Port Harcourt, I really don't know much about Port Harcourt anyway, but I heard Port Harcourt is another fantastic place. But Lagos, Abuja, if you live there, you won't miss anything. So far, there is money. So if you are truly in love, you can relocate to go meet your spouse. But if you think you're going to spend money, somebody tell you, because I know a lot of scammers will take advantage of this, more especially you Nigerians. Nigerians like to cut corner. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to put our business out there, but for those who might likely waste their money, nobody. Because I know very soon you will be getting emails and phone calls. Hey, don't worry. Yeah, there are something you are supposed to include. When you do this, they will approve. They will just eat your money. Okay. Second option, see this one out. Just wait. By 3 years from now, Donald Trump will be out of office. It's not even up to 3 years. In the next 2 years, they will begin political processes again, and the Republicans, they will begin to lessen some of these strict and restriction or whatever they got all over the place. Now they will start lessening it down so that they can win vote. So you can wait. If you can't wait and you don't want to waste your money, just forget about the marriage and move on with your life. I think somehow this is a good thing. Uncle Dayo, now where I won't find trouble with this. Somehow I think this is a good thing because we have been advising men and women to find love where they live. On this platform, we have advised you guys several times. Find love where you live. Stop saying I'm running to Africa to look for wife, to look for husband. It's not all the wife and husband you go grab in Africa and you brought here that will treat you right. It's not all of them that will actually be who they claim to be. This country right here, this America, is not easy. I'm not messing with you guys right now. I'm being honest. America is not easy for immigrants. The husband, the wife, you are going to Africa, you're going to Nigeria to go and marry. When you bring them over here, it's tough. It takes some people 3 years, 4 years to adjust to the system. And that means 3, 4 years of, if care is not taken, marriage that will crash. So somehow I think this is good. Marry where you are. There are so many men and women here in America. What are you guys doing? Eh? The Kwekus and the Bolas you are supposed to be using to supply people right here in the US, you are taking it to Africa. So what happened now? So somehow this is a good thing. Uncle Dayo, you agree with me? I think this is good. Maybe to marry where than they.
Uncle Beno, you are treading on a dangerous ground. Though. In fact, I don't want you to go and step on a mine because you are stepping on a mine field. And when you're on a minefield like that, you can never be sure of the next step. If you're going to talk like that, how can you dictate where people should fall in love from? How can you dictate where people should get married from? See, the heart knows where he has chosen to be his own. Everybody, if your heart rub is in Africa, and you are in Canada, or you are in Asia, or you are in America, until you get that person, you will not be happy. You may be surrounded by the most beautiful women and the most gorgeous women, or the most handsome guys, the most well-educated, the most attractive men. But if your heart rub is somewhere else, until you get that person, you will never be happy. This is something that you cannot just choose. You cannot settle for because our president is saying that we cannot, that they are going to increase the restriction on bringing people into the country, so I must marry within my country here, or I must marry within my space.
And here, let people marry where they are. We have a lot of Nigerian men here, Nigerian women here.
Uncle Ben, it's a thing of the heart. It does not work. It's a thing. It does not work because it's a thing of the heart. It cannot work like that because you are going to go like that route. You are going to find people putting square peg in round holes. They just be marrying because they don't have a choice, and that doesn't work for marriage. You must marry who you love, not marry because of convenience. Don't go that route, Uncle Ben, I beg.
Uncle Dayo, Abi, you won't come marry second wife for America. But my sister I know here. Say my sister I know they close to you.
Second wife, oh, can you hear her? Can you hear her?
I am not tired, though.
Can you hear your sister? Oh, so you can understand. I don't need to say anything.
the way Uncle Dayo push back at my suggestion, now he made me the fear. I said, maybe my brother won't come marry Oyibo second wife. Sister Yika troublemaker. You say you see Sister Yika now. Sister Yika say, Uncle Ben, as busy as I was, I had Bola and I started laughing during a meeting. Sister Yika, you need deliverance. You need deliverance, Sister Yinkus. Okay, what is Biba saying? Biba says she had to shout. Oh my God, I beg you. All right, this is another guy that is lamenting. I think this guy don't collect. Listen to this guy.
Cash back. But what is this news I just heard about Nigerians? That the United States has banned Nigerians from entering the United States. Like, I heard the US has banned spousal visa and fiancé visa. Meaning, if you getting married to somebody in Nigeria right now and you live in the United States, that person cannot come to the US no more. How long would this ban take, though? But this is not fair on Nigerians. Truth be told, let's be honest. Why are they targeting Nigerians, though? Few weeks ago, it was TikTok. Nigerians can go on live on TikTok at a certain time because they said they were doing shady things. They were doing dubious things. Now, I'm hearing that Nigerians cannot come to the United States no more. I don't know how long it's going to take. But why is it that the whole world is targeting Nigeria, though?
You think
we're not the only bad ones? Every country have bad people in it. Why is Nigeria targeted? Why are they doing us like this, though? Now, if you have a spouse in Nigeria, you can't bring your spouse no more because they ban everybody from coming to the United States. Why is the whole world against Nigerians? Why? Why? And Nigerians, what are we doing wrong, though? On some real shit, what are we doing wrong as Nigerians? Why is our name on the map for negative stuff? Why is our name on the map for negativity? Why when we turn left, is Nigerians doing something crazy? Turn right, Nigerians doing something crazy. Back, Nigerians doing something crazy. We're supposed to be giants of Africa. But now the whole world look at us like we're criminals, we're dubious, we're scammers. This is not good, man. What are we Nigerians doing that's making us be a target? We have to stop. We have to stop. This is not fair at all. So now you're telling me some lady or some man out there trying to file for his spouse or her spouse, but they can't come no more? This is not fair, man, on Nigerians. Every time is Nigeria doing something crazy. What warranted that? Can somebody tell me how long it's going to take? How long will the ban take? Banning a whole Nigeria.
This guy nowhere.
As a country from entering the United States is a setback. It's a setback. I don't care what anybody says. Nigeria is the giant of Africa. Y'all should leave us alone, man. We're not the only bad ones. Every country have bad people in it. So why is Nigeria different? But another thing is I want to say, please, Nigerians, please, anywhere you go, represent us in a good way. People talking so much bad things about us. People really criticizing Nigerians for every negative stuff that we do. Please, Nigerians, even though we know we are a target, even though we know that people just jealous of us, Nigerians, people just jealous of us for the fact that anywhere we go, everywhere we go, we shine, we dominate, we overtake. They don't like us for that.
This guy.
So they look for every way to criticize us and to paint us in a negative way. But we as Nigerians, we have to represent in a positive way everywhere we go. Please. But how long would the ban take, though? They don't want to.
Uncle Dayo, it be like say they don't ban your brother wife from coming. Oh, Uncle Dayo. Wow. They
The
don't
way
ban
the man they go. The way the man they go, I will agree. Maybe they don't ban his wife. Wallahi, the man is big. The man is speaking bitterly.
Oh, let me see. People are dropping something in the comment. Let me see. Okay, here we go. Mark said, is that Mark Oyedepo? Oh, wow. Mark said, it all started immediately Nigeria starts selling Dangote oil in Naira instead of dollars. This one did make sense. So I think you're onto something there, bro. Yeah, it makes sense though. Kadram said, who has said only Nigerians cannot come to America? If you come here, you must be able to work and not to burden us. Absolutely, bro. But the point is, the vast majority of Nigerians who come to the United States, they are hardworking. And we can testify to that. Now, I'm not saying we do not have some bad eggs. Of course, we have some bad eggs, but the vast majority of Nigerians in the United States, they are hardworking, they are taxpayers, and they contribute positively to the economy. So, Mr. Ola, how are you doing today, sir? Mr. Ola said, why would they ban Nigerians when your leaders are terrorist sympathizers? But on a serious note, though, I think there is something more with this ban. I think I may have to do another show on that anyway. The reason I'm covering the sponsor ban today is to just enlighten our people about what's going on and for them not to waste their money. But it's beginning to look like maybe that guy is right to some extent though. Sister Rose say, giant of Africa, joke of the century, giants who beg their oppressors. Well, unfortunately, Sister Rose, I can't say much to that anyway. Let me see the next comment here. Okay, Matt is asking Rose, what do you mean? Okay, let me see. What comment do we have? Okay, Biba said he's pained. Yeah, that guy the first guy seems like he's really annoying. He's really annoying. I don't know what happened. Rife said, in short, the US doesn't want Nigerians within its borders, forcing its citizens to stop or even accommodate the thought of dating or marrying Nigerians unless they are content with leaving the US. Can I say, I don't want to say my uncle is actually wish hunting Nigerians, so. But this gave me concerns though. This sponsor visa denial kind of give me something to think about because myself, I'm a beneficiary of sponsor visa. I got here through my wife. Although my kids are here already, we had all my children here, but I come through the sponsor visa. Although I don't have any skeleton in my cupboard, I've always been clean. But I really don't understand why including the sponsor visa thing. And that is why I played that white dude video to let people know that this is not just only affecting blacks. It's just if you are married to a Nigerian, boom, you are not bringing them in until they do this, I don't know, extensive background check or something. I don't know. Diaspora Diva, how are you doing, lovely sister? Diaspora Diva said, many people that came for 30 December from US may not be able to enter again with the way things are going. Absolutely. You see that particular one, I don't want to make people see me as a wicked person. I think I was saying it on this platform here. I say, please and please, if you are not an American citizen with your American passport, do not travel this time around. But you know our people know the hear word. Although those who are in my circle, they are just, at least I know a couple of people that cancel their flight. Some cancel like a week, some 2 weeks before the trip. Some don't even get refund, but they don't care. When they're going to be coming back is when Wahala go day. Because, okay. And I've always tell people this, please listen. Don't do anything that will make you land in detention center in America. Detention center is another means of making money. Every day you stay in that detention center, somebody is paying for you being there. So it pays to keep you in detention than to have you in the street. So in case, if you are coming back and your paper get a CB, if they are recommending detention, Kukuma hop on the whatever flight they recommend, maybe they go back to where you are coming from. Because as soon as you enter that detention, money don't begin to the count with that. They are spending money on you and they are expecting you to hire a lawyer, pay bond and whatever. And at the end of the day, you might still get deported. So everybody got to be careful right now. Auntie Grace said, let's see, maybe he's the one banned from coming to America. Oh, the guy? I don't think so. Staro said, Nigerian work, they are hardworking. I will give them that credit. And Staro, don't say I will give them. You will say I will give us. Are you a Nigerian or you are a US person, man? We need to know. So say I will give us the credit, we work. If you want to claim Nigeria, you have to claim it with your chest. All right. Let's keep it going. Let's see. Any other comment here? Okay, Abby. Abby say your leg never strong. You are going for dirty December. What dirty about the December? While I'm Shelley, this January go bloody, like you said, Abby. This dirty December, it will dirty where some people are coming back. By the way, there's this news circulating now. Some people are already peeing in their pants. Please, the news is the US has closed its embassies in Nigeria. People are already freaking out right now that the US closes its embassy in Lagos and in Abuja. People are losing their mind now. Say, what? Who? What happened? Hey. And then the news coincide with the surveillance US is doing in Nigeria. Right now, the US has partnered with Nigerian Defense Ministry, and they are doing surveillance of Boko Haram and bandits. So very soon, there's going to be some firework. So people are panicking. But let me tell you, the US did not close its consulate in Lagos and Abuja indefinitely. They are only closing for Christmas. Hello. Make I talk them again. They are only closing for Christmas. It's just 4 days. Before some people will go and have heart attack. The US is only closing for 4 days. All right, Mr. Ola said, before now, Canadians used to get into the US without stamping their passport. But now big stamp. Yeah, it is for everybody. It is for everybody. It's so crazy. Staro said, if the country was better, people would not be mad about visa denial. People would not be fighting cause to America. Yeah. I agree with you, Sister Rose. Abby said, from dirty December to bloody January, God is on the throne. Dirty December don't almost finish now. What request? You send a request, Sister Rose? I don't see any request to. Why would I pick your request? I don't see any request, Sister Rose. Oh, did you request that I share the link? I don't know. You want me to share the link, Sister Rose? Auntie Grace said, Donald Trump is vindictive. Is this the way to help the genocide? He used Nigerians to get popularity as if he was going. Let me see. Sister Grace, okay. Donald Trump is vindictive. Is this the way to help the genocide? He used Nigerians to gain popularity as if he was going to help. Where is all that noise, leaving us now in the hands of the bandit? He is trying to help Sister Grace, but he can't just command the soldiers and say, go there. This is not an invasion. They are still working on the partnership, and the news I got this morning is they are actually doing surveillance now. So very soon something will happen. Sister Onyi is asking, is that true? Or is it about the news, Sister Onyi? Kamira Ifoma. Oh, Kasmira. Hey, sis, how are you doing? You're welcome. Abby says, Nigerians and fake news. People are beginning to pee in their panties when they heard that the US has closed their consulate. I'm like, what are these people talking about to your long by you? Okay. All right. So still continue this conversation. Sister Yinka, what are you saying? There's Uncle Ben. I beg you, why would you do that to us? What did I do, Sister Yinka? What have I done now?
It's how you said the news.
The US has closed their consulate in
Abuja. You started it as if it's true. Yes, sir.
Oh, were you scared too?
I'm British. I'm not American. What's my own?
No, the thing was funny. When I first saw it too, and I went, you know how you see something on social media and you quickly rush to the comment. People were panicking like, what has happened? Oh, and I'm like, are you kidding me? Why would the US shut their embassy in Lagos? And
didn't even bother to read.
So yeah, that's when I now went to the consulate website and I found out that they were only shutting down for Christmas and that's it. It's exactly what I wanted to say. Baba Oniranu son gave us 2 extra days.
Uncle Beno.
Yes,
Uncle Beno. What she's saying is Baba Onirun son. You know, he has this orange ear. So that's what he meant. That's what he meant. Yeah. Onirun son. Orange ear.
Why you they speak? Is that like Ibadan? Yoruba. Onirun son. I thought Onirun son like afternoon hair. Okay. I got you, my sister. But man, I remember saying that my uncle, and I've always been #1 supporter of my uncle, even though my uncle is showing me pepper now. What?
When you're done, can you help me with my homework?
Your homework?
When you're done.
Okay. Why can't your mommy help you with your homework or your sister?
That's a Vicky thing. And mommy, she.
Okay, I hear you.
Yes, Isaac, you can have whatever you want.
Abby, don't even start. Homework.
You can have whatever you want.
Their homework is very difficult. These children, their homework sometimes you would.
You're not lying, no. Me that used to be top of my class in mathematics. I was doing my nephew's homework the other day. I said, "What's it be this?"
No, these children homework.
It's actually hard. I'm like, I had to Google. I had to Google in private. I said, "Is it that I've forgotten or I'm not just as smart as I thought I was?" Their homework can be hard these days.
Don't they just leave me with that homework. So some of their maths like this, I beg, I know even they do. I go wrong come for this.
I have to find guidance first so I can come back and teach you more. I was so confused.
I'm even trying to hire a teacher from Nigeria. I just haven't found a good one. I wanted to hire a teacher. Those
it's actually a good idea. That helps me through college when I can.
Uncle Beno, please hire me. I'm available.
You teach American children. You teach American children work. American children, they are one of the most difficult children to teach you. They go follow you argue. This one that with homework now, we usually end up fighting anytime we are doing homework. It's stressing me out. We say, "Daddy, that's not it." The day we were doing inequality, you know that greater than and less than symbol. Jesus. Me and Isaac, we fight like tomorrow, no day. The way they taught them at school, they use crocodile to explain to them. Say, you know how crocodile open their mouth. So, hey, Jesus, I don't even want to relive the experience. Anyway, what is Misty doing again now? Sister Rose, I shared the link if you want to add anything. So, Mr. Ola, we are not even traveling there anymore, except for
Misty, no, I'm not interested
though. I ain't crossing the US border anytime soon. We don't even want you people to come. Say, Canada are part of the people that put us in the problem we are facing now. The Canadians are the one that trigger my uncle. Now my uncle is just going ballistic on everybody. All right. So, Abby, what's your final advice to couples?
I don't have any advice, Uncle Ben. I'm only here for one purpose. Go move on to Uncle Dayo. Okay. My own purpose is at the end of the show.
This man video, whether they don't ban your own wife too.
No official US policy that says deny Africans or Nigerians visa. But Nigerians have one of the highest US visa refusal rate because of several factors. The embassy considered during section 214B evaluation the rule that apply.
Why this man look like somebody
visit visa applicant, especially those that apply from Nigeria, their embassy in Abuja and their consulate in Lagos. So if this is your first time of coming to me, can I please do us?
Wait, this man look like somebody in Michigan or Chicago or Maryland. Now then code the whole like this. You know, see how many clothes we wear?
Maybe he just doesn't want to turn on the heating.
No, this man is either Michigan, Chicago, or Maryland, or what be that place, Seth? You still get one crazy place for up there. They are cold, eh? They are cold, Abby.
Can we talk about Nigerian marriage-based cases? Hi, I'm Jim Hacking, immigration lawyer practicing law throughout the United States out of our offices in St. Louis, San Diego, and Washington, D.C. I have been practicing immigration law for a very long time, and I've seen a lot of things. I wanted to make this video about the special circumstances that arise, particularly for men from Nigeria who come to the United States and marry a U.S. citizen and apply for a green card based on that marriage. Now, I am
Koshilo, it's not on my channel. You begin to reveal secret. Koshikombi.
US to partially suspend visas for Nigerians from January 1, 2026. I say make I quick bring this update come on a notice before those Kaya Skeleje 419 travel agents go begin use many of una take cash out. Because travel information where you suppose know, where you refuse to know, where travel agent come know. Now in travel agent till they collect money from una. So do well to support us by sharing this content to get our brothers and sisters informed.
Okay, that's it for me. I will do another show where I'll go over all this. I've done 3 hours, 20 minutes already, and I have an appointment I have to go to in about 40 minutes. But Sister Rose, what is it that you want to tell me right now? I say make Nigerians marry where they date. You say, Ben, that is not good. What is my offense? I said, make Nigerians marry right here. We have a lot of beautiful sisters, beautiful brothers here. Why are they traveling?
Hey, good evening, Ben.
Good evening, Mama. How you doing?
You can hear me loud and clear?
Hi,
Yep.
Sister Rose. Good evening.
Hey, hi, Abby. Hey, Abby. So good to see you. And hi, Brother Dyer. How are you? Ben, actually, I came on.
Thank you.
Thank you. I came on for 2 reasons, but I'll respond to this question you put last because it's really of tertiary importance to me. But I'm coming on for 2 reasons. When someone in the comments, but I think we've reached a consensus. I think she might understand where I'm coming from. And when you said, say it with your full chest, Nigerians are hardworking, and are you, don't say them, us. I'm Nigerian. And let it be very clear, proud Nigerian. Even with all of our shenanigans and foolishness, I would still want to be a Nigerian, unapologetically. And are we some hardworking people? Absolutely. The whole world knows that. So yes, I stand on that. Now, there were questions someone was asking, oh, am I Nigerian? Because maybe they didn't like the criticism. Listen, I'm not going to give credit where credit is not due. Are we brilliant people? Absolutely. But our brilliance and hard work, even our shrewdness and cunningness, we're not using it for the benefit of our own people. I have said, and I stand on this, and I believe this with every fiber of my being, Nigeria on its own, not even the rest of the continent, on its own would be greater than all the so-called superpowers put together. But for some reason, we don't use our brilliance for our own good. We're jealous of each other. Look at what's going on in Nigeria. It's so wonderful. It's so great. Are the people in Switzerland, are they rushing to go anywhere? Are the people in Hungary or Poland? And Poland, they're not even rich. Turkey, they're not even, but they're okay in their own place. We're the ones running everywhere because of what we do to each other. So why are we lying to each other? It's only when we tell ourselves the truth that things change.
Absolutely.
And then the final thing I wanted to say, as far as the marrying, I do agree with you. There are people right here in Nigeria. Why don't they marry them? But Sister Grace was right. That thing on your screen is not doing what he's doing because he wants to help Nigerians.
Hey, whoa.
Huh?
No, I'm just saying, hey, whoa, because you called
Okay.
me.
No, then he's not doing it because he wants to help Nigerians. Let me tell you, you both how they are. They do statistics. They keep record. They're excellent with that. They're saying, how is it that Nigerians are living better than them? What a minute, my privileged skin? This privileged skin means we are better. So I don't understand how you people from Africa are doing so well. They do the statistics. Why do you think that nursing, you saw recently now, the Department of Education is saying that nursing, they want to take nursing down and make it non-professional because when they look at the demographic, when they look at their records, this is where they're making their money. Medicine, let's mess that up. They're coming here and living better than us with our privileged skin color. No. We got to mess that up. It's not about, if you study the history of America, they have done so much to the people of the darker hue. So all of this is envy. And then some of it, let's be honest too. Nigerians, look at all the fraud that we're doing. Look at all the games we're playing. We're wicked. If you see where they trick one guy out of his life savings, even though I'm like, why would you give someone your life savings? The man is begging, crying, please give me my money. Why would you do that? Well, that's not gonna leave a good taste in people's mouth about you.
I'm lost. Who are you talking about, Sister Grace?
I'm just trying to say to you, Ben, what I'm trying to basically say, you said that he's helping us. He not help. He's not. The ban is not to help. The ban is to hurt.
Okay.
Any more questions? Any more clarification? Because you sound doubtful. Like, what the hell is she talking about? So, what?
Oh, congratulations. Sorry, I'm looking at something now.
Mr. Rose, please, gentle with Uncle Ben. Tomorrow is his birthday.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, buddy. Sorry. My younger brother in Nigeria, he just got paid by YouTube, so
nice.
He sent the video of the dollar, the way he went to cash it to me. He sent like the picture. That's what I'm looking at. So he's so happy about it. Well, maybe I'll talk about that in our YouTube class. Anyway, Sister Rose, I really don't have much question to ask. All I just want is people to advise our people, because I know this dirty December, a lot of people will get married. They will sign the dotted line, hoping they will join their spouses here. It ain't gonna work. You are gonna end up raising the children all by yourself. It's scared, not taking. But I know that when Bami, my uncle, in the next 3 years, where my uncle lives, maybe the Democrats can come in and they can turn things around. But right now, it's not looking good. And I've always said it anytime we talk about this visa restriction for Nigerians. I've always said that people should stay away from applying for visa for now. I've taken my time to study these people, the way they move. Once they are going like this, if you are applying for visa, you will just waste your money. But Nigerians no go here. Eh?
Well, at least you've done your part. You're spreading the awareness. It's up to them to listen. But on the other hand, if I'm to be sensitive, no, serious. There's desperation. There's people are desperate.
Sorry, Sister Rose. Why I'm laughing is Mr. Ola in the chat said, this my sister has a PhD in conspiracy theory, meaning you.
No, nothing I said is conspiracy theory. Everything that I'm saying is factual. When I said what I said, what they talked about Nigeria, that's factual. It's go look at it. They were, in fact, those statements caused a rift between Nigerians and Black Americans. Yeah. They started to make comments. They started to, when there was a whole issue about racism. So then they started to say that, well, if there's so much racism and you can't rise because of racism, why are these Nigerians doing well? He didn't say that because he liked us or he was complimenting us. It caused a rift. And there are people who are saying that why, how can Africans be doing better than us? That is not conspiracy theory. That is being said. So, sir, check your facts. I'm not doing conspiracy theory. And the final thing about it is that if we, and okay, you're saying I'm being a conspiracy theorist. Am I being a conspiracy theorist when I say that Nigerians are very hardworking? Am I being a conspiracy theorist when I say that we have the ability with all our brilliance to make ourselves great? But at the same time, I'm not going to praise you. I'm not going to call you an Odogus do not call people who don't like them to help them. They take care of their own problems. The AES, the Sahelian brothers, Africans who finally gave the continent and the world hope, did not beg their oppressors. They kicked them out. Those are the Odogus. That's the true giant of Africa. And I stand on that unapologetically. Now, Ben, if there's anything else that you want, I'm done.
Nothing else.
Yeah, and I want to hear from Abby because Ben is an instigator.
No,
He
I don't
started
want
it.
to ask you about politics, so I want to ask you another question.
Sure.
Why didn't you go into like the radio or like be like an OAP? You have the voice for it.
Abby.
Yes, Uncle.
So you are falling for Sister Rose radio voice, Abby.
No, but it's very beautiful. Like, can't imagine because the thing is that we use audio a lot, and usually when I'm on the panel, sometimes I walk away or do something while I mute myself. And some voices when you don't have any visuals, it's just interesting to listen to. One of those voices.
Abby, thank you so much. I appreciate. Thank you very much for saying that, and not only you saying that. You know why what you're saying is so important and is very instrumental for African people doing well. There's this old language, there's this old broken English called bad belle, meaning I don't hear anyone using now, but it means it's jealousy. The average Nigerian, see that one, she thinks that she be better. Thank you for acknowledging that. I appreciate that. That is so helpful. As far as the radio thing. Again, you know where these things would have been better. It would have been better in a place like Nigeria. You know why? Even though we have our challenges, we're all Black. You see here in this America, yes, you may see your one or two Black people, but they kind of make it hard for us in the radio sector. It's kind of like, I don't know.
I know what you mean because I wanted to be an actress. I know what you mean.
Please, Abby, we need to have conversations. Don't get me started. I wanted to be an anchor woman.
In the backstage.
Yes, I wanted to be an anchor woman. If you hear the things they say, why I couldn't be anchor, and the ladies who read the news, I bet make we leave that one. But thank you. I appreciate. I appreciate what you said.
Uncle Ben, don't be jealous.
No, don't mind him, hater. Thank you for the observation. See, Ben, where they praise, they promote, say everywhere I go, I say good things about Ben. Ben is like, all right, trying to mow down the nice conversation. Ben, I won't say anything anymore.
What have I done now?
Uncle Ben, don't be jealous, okay?
I'm not jealous. I'm still worrying about the people we go and marry and they won't be able to bring their husband and wife to America.
And Ben, what did I say? Did I not give you credit? I just gave you credit and said you gave good advice. I did. Abby, did I not say that?
Yes, you did. So can I ask you a question? How about someone like me now? Can I marry an American and move to America?
We don't even want you here in America.
But don't Abby, don't mind. Abby, don't mind Ben. Abby, it seems.
Uncle Ben, fun fact. The latest man that likes me lives in Austin.
Houston. The man is
I'm not. Uncle Ben, I'll send you the screenshots. I'm not even lying.
Abby, the man is in Houston. I don't think it's Austin. Houston.
The man is in Austin. Uncle Ben, I'll send you the screenshots. He lives in Austin.
Is it the one, the Danish? The Danish?
No, this one is very, very new. It's like the man just said to me like two weeks ago. He's currently in Nigeria, but he's in Cape Town at the moment, but he lives in Austin. I'm not joking.
From where to where?
It's just a coincidence. Listen, I'm just telling you that I could be your neighbor soon. Baby of the house will come and be disturbing you.
Abby, I got a buff for you.
Why?
If that guy look responsible and okay, he's married though.
No, he's not.
Now married men play for.
He's not, Uncle Ben. Uncle Ben, we go way back. I know his parents.
Okay.
My parents know his parents.
Okay, good.
Ben.
You don't know him in Austin.
Uncle Ben.
By the way.
Just connected.
Yes, sir.
Uncle Ben.
Yes, sir.
This is a political roundtable, not a gossip time.
I don't even
know. Allow Adi and Saros now to divert you.
Uncle Dayo, did you know me?
Jesus, a chair. Day, I thought you were a good person. So you follow Ben and join in the wickedness.
No, I'm not being wicked. We're on a PRT here, not on our gossip blog. We are on a PRT.
And all of a sudden,
what I gave Ben. What did I say? I said, Ben, listen, you are doing the right thing. You're opening. First of all, they've already gotten the warning. They've already been told. Now you are also reinforcing it. You gave evidence. You are telling people, listen, they're just going to play. And it didn't just start today. They've been doing this thing for over 8 years. My mother, there was 1 year my mother applied for visa. She couldn't get through. She had to wait the following year. So it's been in the making since a long time. So you've given the advice. It's now up to them to want to do it. But if I'm going to be fair, when you're in a country like Nigeria where people feel very desperate, they won't listen. They're hoping against. If I'm going to be fair, if I was in those people's shoes, you know what, Ben, I wouldn't listen to you. I would say, no, I will carry my anointing oil to embassy and be praying because I'm desperate. I want to get out.
Sister Rose, make I don't let me remember waiting. I don't want to remember. Did you know? I think I have to go. I like to show people receipt. I think I have to go and take the picture of the box I carried to the embassy when I was going for my visa interview. The box is still intact. He did this house. It's in my garage. I stuffed that box with all the photographs me and my wife we had. You know, I told you, my wife and I, we started from year one at the university. So all the pictures will be snapping, everything. Up onto our wedding, everything. I loaded. If you see the bag when they go embassy, so that they will not deny me spousal visa. I got there. They only asked me, I think, 3 questions. They asked me, address, they asked me several something. They asked me my wife's name. They asked me where I'm going in America. I give them the address, and they just asked one more thing. That was it. The next thing, they collect my passport. Then they give me one paper. I say, I go collect my passport back somewhere. That was how everything. So I'm just saying that to emphasize what this means to a lot of people, especially those who are married and they want to come to the US. This is a heartbreaking news. I'm trying to make...
No, it is. It is very heartbreaking. It is very sad. But again, look at the situation. Look at what the country has done to them. Because to come back to what we're saying, there's no reason no Nigerian with all the things that we have, there's no reason we should be running to the US. Now, I want to address one thing, and I'll be quiet, Ben, because this is your show. Someone said here, I believe the name was Ella. She said, oh, I live in America, the BS, that life in Africa is better. Okay, here's the thing. There are a lot of us who don't want to be here. We would rather be in our country with people who are the same color as us, who respect us, where we can eat organic food. We don't have to eat this processed nonsense, where we visit each other. We don't have to call on the phone to talk to one another. We want that life. But when you have a country that is wrought with banditry, kidnapping. Now, I traveled to Nigeria, don't have any problem, have been wonderful. But am I today's survivor that, God forbid, may be tomorrow's victim? So yes, the life in Africa is better in so many ways. I won't deny that. I don't want to be here. The only thing I can even do without the electricity and water. I know how to get around that. The 2 things that are concerned to me is the security and health. If Nigeria can correct those things, I'm out. I am out.
Let's be frank, Sister Grace. To be honest, I've been saying this forever and I'll say it again. You can live in Nigeria without worrying about security or anything. It all depends on if you have the money. So for me, frankly speaking, if not for my children, I think I would have been back in Nigeria by now, frankly speaking. So
Excuse me, Ben, can I interrupt you? I have an important question to ask. I'm not trying to be funny.
Yeah.
How can you say that, okay, the people who we see that get KID napped, you don't think, Ben, that they took precaution? You don't think they did all the right things? You don't think that they lived in the right place? Okay, look at the last incident. Remember the girl? I think she was a reporter from Arise News. That girl was a girl of privilege. Her privilege didn't protect her, Ben. So are you honestly, I'm not trying to be funny, I'm not trying to be insolent. Do you really believe what you're saying?
Yeah. Frankly speaking, the insecurity situation in Nigeria have areas where it affects people. And I've been so honest here several times. The only reason I speak more about the insecurity and why it concerns Uncle Dayo and I whenever we are doing political roundtable is because we are human. I don't want to be an hypocrite who only gonna look at what benefits me and then forget the rest of the people. Remember how I do say it here that if you live in Lagos State, Nigeria, it's going to be very, very hard for you to really understand how terrible the insecurity situation in Nigeria has become if you live in Lagos. If you live in Lagos, I think maybe armed robbery, those can be the issue. And most time, armed robbery won't even affect you because they have all this local security arrangement, right, Uncle Dayo? Most part of Lagos, streets,
Yes, sir.
environment, they have security arrangement, everything. So most time you don't feel it. So if you live in Lagos, you won't even, if you are reading all this kidnapping, everything, you will find it difficult to believe. If you live in Abuja, I haven't been to Abuja, but the people who frequent Abuja, who know Abuja inside out, some of them are still telling me, Ben, Abuja is the safest in Nigeria. So that's the point I'm making. If somebody say, oh, I want to relocate from US to Nigeria, my question will always be, where do you want to live? If you are relocating from US to Nigeria, you want to go and live in the village or maybe in a rural area or maybe a semi-urban city, I won't encourage it. You will not be safe. But if you are relocating to a place like Lagos or Abuja, like they say, I will say you cool. People, they leave those places. Nothing they happen every day. Not be there everybody day. You know, when Okwemeka went home, and Okwemeka is like, everything is okay here. This is really not like, I understand what Okwemeka was saying. But if we want to be human, we cannot say because Lagos is safe, Abuja is safe, then Nigeria is safe. No. A lot of the places are not safe, and we are seeing the result. But when it comes to people who live in the city, most time, security is really not like their biggest problem. So that's just what I want to say. Then shout out to all the people wishing me happy birthday already. God bless you. Oh yeah, not tomorrow. Thank you, Rife. I really appreciate that. And I see AJ, thank you very much. Happy birthday to you. I think people are beginning to talk about Abi and how Abi can relocate. Also, I saw some people in the comment, probably Americans. I've seen some people dropping the usual comment that I really don't appreciate. But this platform is not meant for that. For those of you who are dropping comment, I see somebody here who is saying all of you will go back. You have accent, you go back. TC, or what is your name again? That you say, okay, if you got an accent, it's gonna be a no. F your spouse, you ain't coming. Well, first of all, because on this particular platform, I have a lot of matured people here. I have my sisters, uncles, aunties, younger ones, respectable people. I usually don't go crazy on this platform. I wish you can come over to Trends Reality when I'm going live on this same topic. I would like you to come over there and say the same rubbish. So that way I can follow you back to back. Because I really don't want to show that I'm nasty. Many of you, especially you that you are talking now, that I say, if you go and I say, you're going to be a no. Fuck you, fuck your mouth, fuck everything about you, motherfucker. I know you're kind. You are nothing. Okay? You, people like you are the problem. All right? You think America is everything and nothing else. Have you ever traveled out of this country? There are many of you folks that talk anyhow like this, that you have not even traveled out of the state you were born. Some of you have not even left the city you were born. As soon as you see Africans, you just open your mouth and you start talking rubbish.
Ben, in the backstage, Abby, did you want to say something?
I have a second channel. It's called Trends Reality. I'm going live there by tomorrow.
I heard my name. What happened?
TCJO, whatever you call yourself, with your avatar that you can't show your real face. I need you to come over there so we can have this conversation together. You idiots. You don't know Jack.
Uncle Ben!
Ben, I never seen Ben go off. Ben went
off. He says need to block them. Don't respond.
No. Sometimes you got to talk. It's because I have a lot of decent people on this channel. That's why sometimes when I'm here, I usually kind of like restrict myself whenever I'm on this channel because of, you know, all the people that are here. I just feel like, no, these are, you know, highly respected people. This is Uncle Beno. Let's go to Trends Reality. I have like 47,000 followers there. Come over there and do rubbish with me and see if I won't blast your motherfucking ass out of here. Idiot.
Ben, you do not have to. Ben, you don't have to.
No, some of them are idiots now.
I know.
You don't even know what the conversation is all about. You bring your dirty ass mouth here and you start, yeah, are you dumb? Let's just leave it. Uncle Dayo, thanks for co-hosting with me. Thank you.
Uncle Ben, we can't live here now. We can't live here. I came up for a reason.
Thank you for having me.
Let's do it tomorrow. I have to be somewhere.
No, I want to do pre. Let me do the pre today.
Okay, do whatever you're doing, I'll be listening. Just help me close out when you are done, Abby, okay?
Okay, guys, it's Uncle Ben's birthday tomorrow. Let me look for our music. Where's our music? Oh, you
don't see the music?
Yeah. My piano.
Yes, Ben, go mess up the controls.
Uncle Ben, I can't find our piano music. I don't like this.
Yeah, it's the last one. The second, no, not that one. The one to the right. That's your piano music, Abby.
Oh, nice.
All right, well, I'll see everybody tomorrow.
Happy birthday, man.
UBMC, we rise. Learn the skills that we grow online. Uncle Ben will show the way we shine. Create your dream. Build your life. UBMC.
You see, Uncle Ben, that's what we're dancing for. This is the thing about old people. See how you're avoiding celebration. See how you're avoiding celebration. Uncle Ben, we'll see how you avoid it tomorrow. Sorry, let's listen to music.
UBMC, it's our time. UBMC, it's our time. UBMC, it's our time.
Uncle Dayo, you have to bring back your DJ skills for us tomorrow. What do you say, sir?
No, Wala, I'm on 247.
Okay,
bring
sir.
it on.
Come on,
No,
Christmas Eve and you be celebration.
Can I ask Dara real quick? Can I ask Dara really quick? In fact, I really should ask this. I really should even ask the question backstage. Honestly, Dara, if somebody have land in Nigeria, tell them, be truthful. Don't be like Ben. Ben like to be politically correct. Be truthful. Is it worth developing the place or is it worth selling? Because the insecurity is making me uncomfortable. I can't. Should I? Shouldn't I? Should I? Shouldn't I?
Just dash me the land. Dash me the land.
Hey, Abby, you're very wicked.
Sister Rose, let me be honest with you. It depends on where the land is. Well, you have the land.
The land is important.
We are ruining the mood now.
Okay, what's the mood? What's the mood? Birthday or
his birthday? We're dancing. You're talking about land.
No, it's just real quick, and then it won't take up to 1 minute. The land is in Port Harcourt, River State.
Okay, I will tell you this for free. No matter the situation in this country, some people will still live here. So if you want to develop it and give it out as a and B, or maybe you want to let it out, or maybe you want to lease it out, whatever, you still be making your money. And
there's no.
No, there's no qualms. You can develop it and make your money from it. People will still live in Nigeria. We all cannot travel out. Some people will still remain here, and they need to live in the room. They need to live in a house, and you make your money. The only thing is that just give it to one of these property agents, and then they remit your money to your account for you. They're taking care of the property for you. Of course, you have kind of a discussion with them. So you'll be giving them they take their own percentage, but you're getting your money regularly without any stress.
Okay, thank you, Dad. We'll talk about it later. But let's go back. Abby said we're killing the birthday mood.
Yes.
Abby, please play that music again. Thank you.
Yes. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Let me act like what those say, what they call them. Hype men. Come on. All the way from Austin, Texas. Come on. Yeah.
Abby, you are clapping me up here. Come on, what are you doing?
Come on. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Let's go. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Come on.
Uncle Ben, don't show the way we shine. Create your dream.
Come on.
Build your life.
Come on.
You'll be MC, it's our time. You'll be MC.
Yes, that's me. Hype man, hype woman, Abby.
Abby too.
What's that, Sister Rose? What you saying?
I said Abby too. Enjoy life.
Yes, come on.
You know that movie we watched a couple of
Yes, typical Japan. Come on. Yes. Get on the dance floor, everybody. Come on. Yes, I love the energy here tonight. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, let's have it. Let's do it. Let's get down. Hey, you think that's sweetie? Oh, okay. Come on. Hey.
Oh my God, Abby.
You be MC, we rise. Learn the skills that we go online.
I know that's right.
Uncle Ben, don't show the way we shine. Create your dream. Build your life. You'll be MC, it's our time. You'll be MC, it's our time.
Come on.
You'll be MC, it's our time.
And let's get up with you. Yes, very
You'll be
soon.
MC, it's our time.
This is just the pre-party. The main party is tomorrow. Make sure you're here tomorrow. What I love what to say. Come on. Hey. You be my Camina. You be my Camina. Yeah. Okay, let's go to bed, though. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Real Fam. Tomorrow we party. By tomorrow, I'd have practiced properly. It has to be a hype woman, you know. You
What
be
time?
my Pamina.
What
You
time
be my
tomorrow?
Pamina. You be my Pamina. Gege. Gege.
Hey, Abby, today enjoy.
Oh my God, Abby, you're something else, man.
I'm
You're
telling
something else.
you. Abby's there with her conservative. They're so conservative, and now I'm seeing the party girl. Mhm.
Thank you for joining.
What time tomorrow? What time tomorrow? They're asking about the time tomorrow.
I want to say, Uncle, we don't have it. Uncle Dio, what time do you think? Do we say 7 p.m. UK time? 8 p.m.
I don't think that would be convenient for Uncle. Uncle Benny. It normally comes on air around 6 p.m. So let's say around 6 p.m. tomorrow.
So 7 p.m. UK time.
No. It will be 5 p.m. UK time.
6 p.m. UK time. 7 p.m. Nigerian time. Is that what you're saying?
And
then what I'm saying is that 5 p.m. UK time, 6 p.m. Nigerian time.
6 p.m. Nigerian time. You get
Yeah,
that? 5 p.m. UK
time.
time, 6 p.m.
Yeah.
Nigerian time. That would be, is it 1 p.m.?
1 or 12 American time.
12, 1. Yeah. Can I say, please, Abby, you are hyping like it's children's part. This is the one I know how to do. Okay.
Don't worry, Abby. You are coming up.
I'm trying.
I thought it was good. I liked it. I don't have no problem with it.
I don't
But one thing, Abby,
my skills.
Abby, one thing. Tomorrow you must put on your camera and let us see you dance.
Tomorrow, yes, now, no problem.
Okay.
No problem.
No
I'll
worry.
do the leg work. Gege.
Daya will say that minister of enjoyment.
No wahala.
All right,
No
real
wahala.
time. Catch you all tomorrow.
Have a good night. Bye-bye.
Good night. Good
Okay,
night.
Abby, thank you. Good night. Have a wonderful night.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Good night, everybody.
You are watching Political Roundtable with UB. Like, subscribe, and leave your thoughts in the comments.